Football Power Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, Football Power Hour is back. Yo, guess what? The Premier League is also back. It's about to be crazy. It's about to be crazy because, hold on. Uh-oh, there's an echo. There we go. We're good. It's about to be crazy, ladies and gentlemen, because the Super League is also back.
Oh my God! Jesus!
We have to talk about it. And I want to actually know your opinion on this because this is something that splits some fans. I know a lot of my friends that are in the UK, most of them are so resistant to change. But the truth of the matter, ladies and gentlemen, is football is changing. Whether we like it or not, it is changing. And I want to know how you feel about this. Let's talk about it. My name is Botswanapapi. I warmly welcome you to the Football Power Hour. Let us sit back and talk.
Bruno Fernandes! It's Martial! Just waiting on the back post. Surely he'll be found. And scores first Premier League goal at Old Trafford.
Okay, the first things first. It's like we knew about this in April, I believe 2021. That's when the first time we heard about this Super League. And we, the thing about it is the fans, there was a big uproar that the people that were behind this, were not expecting. Or maybe they were expecting and just really were looking for like ways to improve the idea, because what happened was I think the consensus from the fan base was that, from different fans around the world, was that a league that does not have relegation and promotion is not a league. It's just a bloody joke. But then, they heard all those concerns and then they went back into the drawing room and then have come up with a new format. And by the way, this comes after the European Court of Justice makes the ruling that, hey, UEFA and FIFA, you guys are actually bullies to people that have new ideas and new visions of what they want to do in football. So this court ruling was significant because it actually stated that, we are not saying we're supporting the Super League, but we're also not objecting to it. That's what I want to talk about before we talk about the predictions. Fortunately, ladies and gentlemen, we have my man like Munch. What you say, Munch? Super League in, Super League out. Where you at, Munch? I can't hear you. Munch,
Get right here, man!
yo, what's up with that connection? Brother, well, until Munch comes back, let's talk about this a little bit more. Munch, I hope you sort out your connection, because we were talking backstage and you were fine. What happened? What happened? Big up to Montana in the building. Send the link, Poppy. Yo, I'm sending it right now. Munch, you have connection issues, so for now, all I gotta say, fam, is go get that thing sorted out. But anyway, Super League. How do you feel about the Super League? Matter of fact, the place where we're gonna start is actually something that I found very, very interesting. Like a little text that I found interesting. It said, first of all, all the communications and PR offices of different clubs have been incredibly busy today. It's been the busiest day they ever had, right? Because a lot of clubs have now released statements about where their stance on this. Super League in, Super League out. And it seems like there's only two teams so far that are like firmly Super League in, and it is Barcelona and Real Madrid. Is that surprising? I don't think so. I think them men are bored. They maybe even just like wondering, we need more competition. You know, they need that. They're trying to find a way to kind of make more money as well, because there's this thing that like this competition is going to involve a lot of other big teams. It's going to be a big spectacle if at all it happens, right? And also, the squads will start being, there's going to be pretty much like two different squads: a squad for the Premier League and Man United squad for the Super League. You know, how is this going to be? Montana,
Yo, what's up?
big up, bro.
Yeah, big up, brother.
Where are you with this Super League in or Super League out?
Me personally, if Man United don't play, I'm good.
Man United don't play, you're good?
Yeah, there's no need. I'm not what's that called? I'm not a football fanatic whereby I watch every league. I don't watch every league. I only watch the Prem, and then maybe the teams that I used to watch growing up. That's it.
So on that note, do you watch the Carabao Cup?
Yeah, I do watch. I watch even Portsmouth in League 2. I watched them. So that's
okay.
But I think that's how football is. I think the thing is, and I've also listened to a couple of other fans. I don't know what type of fan you are. I mean, there is a point. There's a point in life when you reach, you just wish the same teams that you were watching to still be there. So you'll just find like, oh, maybe let me check. For example, me, the main reason I like teams like Portsmouth, Bolton, Charlton. What's the other team? Blackburn.
Yeah.
Those were teams that used to beat us during that time, and I used to like because it was fair and square. We were losing, and then see like, oh yeah, this team actually came and played. Like if you remember the Blackburn, Mark Hughes' Blackburn. They used to outclass Fergie, and then you ask yourself, how did this small team do it?
Yeah.
Exactly. Or you remember the Middlesbrough game, that the one that caused Roy Keane to get exiled.
Yes.
He got slapped 4-0. Actually, that game I was in high school, and I remember I was just listening to the radio updates, and then I was wondering, Man United got slapped 4-0 by Middlesbrough.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
But then when I came to actually watch the highlights, that day we didn't turn up Ronaldo, and we had the first team. You see, so I think and I think that's the thing that the Super League misses to get. Football is not about. I'm not sure about everyone in this panel, but like for example, me, when I started watching the Prem, actually it was a recommendation from one of my friends. He actually told me, because I wasn't even into the Prem, because I had watched a lot of teams. Actually, I tell you, maybe the first game that I watched of an English team was Liverpool versus Arsenal. What was that? Community Shield 2002. I wasn't impressed. Even at that time, Arsenal were on top. I wasn't impressed until one of my friends told me, because I was asking him like, why do you support United? Then he told me, actually, even him, he's not tied into United, but he liked the Prem because you can watch other mid-table teams. You can't find that anywhere in the world to this day. That was 20 years ago. Years ago to this day. Yeah. So that's the thing that I think That's the thing that I think the Super League entities fail to get. The entertainment in football is not in big teams beating each other, but it's in not knowing the result. When United is going to play against Blackburn, I'm not sure if that they were gonna win, if we're gonna lose. So it's gonna be, and actually this time is when you see that nowadays, anytime we go lackluster, we get whooped. Bournemouth.
No, you're right, brother. You're right. No, I have to highlight what you just said. It's like the beauty of the Premier League is that it's not always about the big teams fighting. It's not about it's sometimes the surprise of like what a Luton Town can do or what a Fulham can do, versus Man United. And that is going to be compromised for sure, because many managers and many owners too are going to have to make a decision and be like, are we prioritizing this? And most likely, because the TV revenue that this thing might generate is like, more priority will seem to go to the Super League, and a lot of like other competitions will be compromised. So I don't know how this is going to happen, because there's also the number of games as well, the factor of the number of games. It's 14 more matches to the current schedule.
I totally get you. But what I was also telling you in the point is that's what they think is going to happen. But I don't think that is going to happen, because even I was speaking to a couple of my other friends and telling them like, what is Manchester United that plays in New Hampshire? Is it the same? Exactly. There's Manchester and New Hampshire, but it won't be the same. Because I think that's the thing that's going to happen. Because I think what I bumped into the story whereby they said the King of England signed a decree, I think, whereby I think he signed the teams cannot leave. The thing that the owners don't understand is they bought the trademark to do commerce. They did not buy the hearts of the fans. That's the difference. They don't know the difference. You have the trademark Manchester United to make merchandise, to enter into contracts with suppliers, to sell whatever is associated with the logo of Man United. But you didn't really buy the identity of the team. So if you move it, like what let's say they do in the States, where they say, a team is in New York, you can move it to Los Angeles.
Yes.
But still have the same fans. That does not work in the rest of the world. The fans forget about it, man.
I hear it, brother. Let's consult the opinion of another football fan and see what the man like Munch. Take two. Munch, you there?
I'm good, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Munch in, Super League out, right?
I'll be honest with you, I'm cool with it, man. I'm all for it. Do you know why? Because this, you can hit the with the Jesus, you can hit me with the Martinellis all you want, for me, this Super League is a new Champions League right now, man. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get the other teams. You're gonna get the Saudi Pro League coming in, which I was ridiculed for online. The Saudi League is coming in. Now you're gonna hear like Al Nassr playing Barcelona very soon. And we're gonna Super League and the Champions League. And I saw there's Kenny Fan TV saying that the players will be burnt out if the Super League happens. I think that there's some teams like United, Arsenal, whoever, will prioritize the Super League and make the league into like a League Cup format, like playing like the lesser teams. That's where I'm at.
I hear it. It's just one of them things where, like, for me, I don't know. I'm still trying to form my opinion on it, because Al Hilal versus Man United. I wouldn't be mad at seeing that game if this is what is it? Just like Kenny Venti says on the versus Man United, Ronaldo FC, bro. Like, come on, like, the quality that they have over there and that they're building, and it's only going to keep going up. Like, Saudi Arabia, the Saudi Pro League teams versus MLS. I'm curious if they played in Sydney, would Sashiv not be happy? Sashiv,
he'll be happy. He'll be tuning in.
Big up, bro. Man United versus Al Nassr in Sydney. Are you buying the ticket or not?
Of course he is.
Bro,
He's
I
there.
swear this tickets will be expensive as hell. So I won't be able to afford it.
Hey, start queuing now.
but would you want to though?
I would.
I wouldn't mind, but only if it's friendly.
Only if it's friendly. So that means not in the Super League. You're not Super League. Oh,
No.
okay.
See, I'm going to counter that, yeah?
Yeah.
Because I think everyone's being hypocritical right now. No disrespect. Yeah?
How so?
Like, because oh my God, the Super League's going to ruin football, yada, yada. You're going to have this mad, sick round of games, yeah? Everyone's going to be invested in it. Copy yourself. You'll be creating content on it.
Oh,
it's all hypocritical. Thank you very much. You know what I'm saying that? So before you judge, have a look, test the water, and then see what happens. That's what I'm saying.
For me, that's the thing. It's like it's all just boils down to people's reaction to just change in general. There's the traditionalists and people that the quote unquote purists that want to sort of like keep things how it is and preserve like how we've been doing things. But but then they still like get an iPhone 15. It's like let's see. Arteta says Super League in teams can opt in, will improve the game. We don't single dominating governing bodies. That's the other thing too. There's a little bit of like who is fighting for the money, who is actually
That is true.
benefiting. There's a big like, it's like UEFA and FIFA already,
when you finish Papi, I like to jump into that point.
Go ahead, and then I want to consult another Man United voice after you, brother. Yeah, go ahead, Montana.
This point
I have a counterpoint to that as well. One sec. After Montana.
Okay.
Yeah. This point about R10, this point is disingenuous, especially for the people who say FIFA and UEFA are monopolies. How are they monopolies if they work with with the football governing bodies of the countries? So UEFA does not exist if the FA doesn't exist, if the Scottish FA doesn't exist, if the Spanish FA doesn't exist. That's why they exist there. And the only reason they exist is, let's say you want to have a Euro.
Yeah.
Who is going to govern it? It means that you need somebody who's independent. Independent meaning that whatever country he's from, he has to take the idea of a group and then take all your ideas and then make them into one. That's what UEFA and FIFA does. FIFA is starting to encroach with all these, with all its new tournaments like the Club World Cup. I understand in that aspect, but then what's the difference with the football governing bodies coming together in the name of UEFA and the clubs as Real Madrid and Barcelona making their own tournament? What's the difference there? It doesn't make any sense.
That's true.
Manj, what were you gonna say? And then we're gonna invite Mark in the building after you.
It's something that Mark actually stated in the thingy. Actually, do you know when about you get like basketball and NFL consistently losing viewers, right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure how many cricket fans are in the house tonight. Do you remember when the IPL actually started first? There's a lot of uproar saying, we can't send players to India because they're going to be losing out in money over here in the UK, England, or whatever. Now players are heading over there, and the governing bodies in cricket are supporting the IPL. This is going to be the same thing in football. Watch. That's my point.
I think Mark is going to disagree with you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's invite Mark in the building.
Big up. Manj, what up,
Big
my
up,
bro?
KD.
I'm gonna disagree with you there, bro. Here's why I'm gonna say that, right?
What are you saying, 50 Cent? What are you saying, 50?
Man, I have to disagree with you because, like, all right, okay, I understand the whole argument about the sole governing bodies, right? But if not for UEFA, we would never have the Champions League.
That's
we would never have it. We would not know what it is to have multiple teams from various European nations compete against each other. They brought that to us. So now, they, of course they're gonna make mistakes, and of course they're gonna learn from those mistakes. And judging them, but the fact that they make mistakes and then they improve from that from them is normal. You know what I mean? Like, This next company that's coming in that's going to bring a Super League. Let's take it for example. Let's break it down really quickly.
Sports.
Right?
Yeah.
64 teams, right? 3 different groups, right? So here, does anyone watch the Nations League? Because this is identical to the Nations League, right?
Yes.
Here's what's going to happen, right? There's going to have 16 teams in part 1, in part A, which is called the League Star, right? That's Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Manchester United, all those big teams, right? 16 teams in 2 groups of 8. Then there's group Gold with 24 teams of 3 groups of 8.
Yeah.
Right? So that's basically like Europa. And then there's 32 teams in blue, right? And the 32 teams in blue is like Conference League, right? Let's just make it out to be that, right? So those teams are going to play football 14 games guaranteed. That's not including the knockouts, the quarterfinals, semifinals, and the finals. And the only how you can qualify to move up from blue to gold is if you're the top 3 teams, or I think the top 2 teams.
Top two, yeah.
Right?
Top 2.
So let's just think about it. If you don't get into blue, right?
Yeah.
Think about if you're like Copenhagen, right?
Yeah.
And you don't get into blue, then you might never get into blue for like 5 years. And think about if you're Copenhagen and you're in blue, you might never get into gold for 5 or 10 years. And then you might never get into the star in 15 years. It might never happen. Because remember, right? When you go into blue, because all right, let's put it like this, right? Has any team ever came from the championship, from League 2 straight through year after year, qualifying up each year until they got to the Premier League? It's never happened.
Yeah.
You know why? Because when you meet, something happens. You know, whether it's players get injured, you know, you go on a bad run a game, a bad spell, something happens, bro. Okay. So in that timing, you could get stunted and then you could get stuck there for years. The difference with the Champions League is, and the current system that we have, is that there's already a playoff round that some teams like that are in blue, right, could get into gold. And some teams that are in gold could get into star. And that already that playoff happens up until the Champions League actually starts. You know what I mean? Because it happens over the summer.
So Mark, if it's not 2 teams, so if they change it to 4 teams, like that can move on up between the ranks, then does that make it fairer? Like, would you be?
Well, I won't say it makes it fairer, but like, look at it like this, right? You were proposing something to Kenny, like if Manchester United were playing in Sydney, Australia, right?
Yeah, because that's where.
But I don't think that's going to be fun, because let's be realistic. Kenny knows Manchester United is not from Sydney, right? So if Manchester United is playing a home game in Sydney, it's not the final. It's just another game. What's the attraction to that? We're the home fans. You see, a football team is nothing without the home fans. So when we could sit down and argue, it's gonna
be a home fan. That's. Well,
I mean, it's not. It's the same, but it's not really the same. Like you can say it's when it goes for a friendly, or let's say they play the Champions League, the final in a different city, and all the fans come together. You know, they sell 50% of tickets for one set of fans. 50% for the other fans, right?
Yeah.
Or like 40-40 and then 10% for neutrals or whatever the case is.
Yeah.
But let's put it like this, right? The whole thing about a football club is that a football club has its fan base because it's from somewhere. It has a home. You know what I mean? So like Manchester United is from Manchester. So the Manchester faithful are always going to be the home fans. Like I'm always going to be a Manchester fan, but I'm not a home fan unless I'm in Manchester watching the game.
Kenny and his friends can have the opportunity to become the home fans in Australia and Sydney.
No, they're never going to be the home fans. They're going to be Manchester fans. Now they're going to be supporting Manchester away in Sydney. Now, at the end of the day, that's cool and all. That's going to be interesting and all. But like, think about it. Can Manchester United play a game in Sydney and then come back 2 days later to play a game in the Premier League? It's impossible.
It's
not going to happen.
Yeah, they'd have to have 2 different squads.
Yeah, that destroys football. The moment you have you enlarge the squad to support that, you destroy football. Because think about it like this: who's going to see the best 11?
The manager picks the best 11. What do you mean? Who's
No.
gonna
That's not going to happen. That can't happen anymore. The manager picking the best 11 could never happen anymore. You know why? Because
Why?
the best 11, let's just say they play in the Super League in Australia on Wednesday, on Thursday, right? Let's just say Thursday, for example, right?
Yeah.
Then they have a Premier League game at home in Old Trafford on Saturday. None of those guys can play because it's taking them literally 24 hours to fly from there to there, right? How are they gonna get fit to get played? That's a whole new team has to play football, bro. So when you look at it from the perspective that the Premier League, if one of the leagues is gonna suffer, and I pretty much think if the Super League is paying 400 million euros a team or 300 million euros a team, then obviously that's going to be the priority. So the best players for Manchester United are going to play in the Super League. They're not going to play in the Premier League. They're not going to play in the FA Cup. They're not going to play in the Champions League. You know what I mean? And let's put it like this.
Yes and no. Let's
put it like this, right?
Okay.
Let's put it like this, right? Think about this perspective, right? When UEFA created the Cup Winners' Cup and the Champions League, and then they expanded it to incorporate more teams in different leagues across Europe, right? They did that. They didn't just do that to benefit themselves. It also benefited the teams that qualify for the Champions League every year.
Mark, before you proceed, I'd like to add on to your point. UEFA did not approve the 4 teams. These clubs, the ECA, the so-called big clubs, twisted their hand to include more teams.
Well, I mean, even whether which way it happened, it was for the betterment of football. If you think about the perspective of Red Star Belgrade possibly being able to play a final against Real Madrid, that is non-existent when the Super League comes into play. That will never happen.
No. My point.
By the way, big point as well. Having this conversation, can you please put in your predictions for the Palace game? They are starting very soon. Thank you for the reminder, Kenny. Put them in the chat as we're talking about this, and I'll be putting them into the table. Go ahead.
Mark.
I'm listening, Prime.
Yeah, no, Mark. What I was trying to add to your point is nowadays a lot of fans are complaining the Champions League has become predictable. But it has become predictable because they forced in more teams from the so-called big leagues, so you don't get chances for upsets. You know, whenever you add more teams from one competition, you're already diluting the chances of other upsets. So nowadays you'll only find the Ajax once in 7 years.
Not really. I think that's a little bit not really the case. I think when they included more teams, right? Just imagine, right? It was one team from every league, right?
Exactly.
Now some leagues have 2, some leagues have 3, some leagues have 4, right?
Yes.
Now, what I think it should be is each league should have 4. Like the top 4 teams from each league qualify for the Champions League, no matter the league. I think it should go straight right around, whether you're playing in France, in Scotland, in Russia, in wherever. You know what I mean? The top 4 teams qualify off the bat.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I know what what I was trying to tell you is previously it was one team. Then they
that's what I'm saying. So when they expanded it, they didn't just expand it to benefit themselves. It benefited the whole football pyramid because whichever team finishes in those spots each year, they get the money for Champions League and they get the feature. They get, their fans get a taste of what it is to be in the class of the elite teams. You know what I mean? So I feel like they give that more. It's more randomized with UEFA. No matter when you look at it, because I think most of the complaints of fans is like when you see a mancity get pit next to like a Red Star Belgrade or a Krevnov Saveta or like a Young Boys. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I think that's mostly the complaint. But, if they could fix that part and get it to be a little bit more randomized. So like if you get one team from a really low league, you can't get another team from a really low league, then maybe that will make it even better. But I don't think the Super League is going to be like a cure for what we want the UEFA fixed. I think the Super League is going to kind of make it more like, all right, look at basketball, right? There's how many teams in basketball? 14 teams or something like that? Or 16 teams or something like that?
32.
In basketball, 32?
Yeah, in the league.
All right. think about it like this, right? They have 32 teams and none of them get relegated, right? All of them play every single season, whether they do well or they don't do well, right? What happens to the players when they draft players? They don't have that system that we have in football. They have a draft, right? So you get so much points throughout the season or whatever, then you get a better position in the draft. If you haven't had a first round pick in how many years, then you get a better pot in the draft. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean like the best players go to the best teams or teams get to fill out their squad to compete against each other. That means it's just an easier way that, you know, they make it so that like it's harder for teams to build a proper squad. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah.
Right. But think about it like this. You know, when they removed basketball used to be a contact sport and it changed into a semi-contact sport. You remember?
Yes. Yes.
They dropped 30% of their viewership worldwide. Do you know those numbers are still in decline?
Yes.
It's the same thing with MLS. MLS, right, was skyrocketing in views a few seasons ago, like about 5-6 years ago. MLS was like getting really popular. And they had this US Open Cup that made the MLS especially popular because some of the top teams in the US Open in the US MLS Cup didn't always win the US Open Cup. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So, and then some of the top teams in MLS stopped competing in the US Open Cup. And both ratings of the ratings of US football has started to plummet. You know what I mean? They brought in Messi to try to save it. You know what I mean? So, like, I understand the Americanization and the law of the Super League, and it's going to be free for everyone to look at it. You know what I mean? But you have to consider, like, a lot of people might complain and say, well, they pay £100 a month just to watch some games and they can't watch the 3:00 games. But then they complain that someone else maybe in the Caribbean region is paying the same thing and they get to choose the game which they want to watch. But I think that's just region based. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Yeah.
You know, actually, in your point on the Caribbean, I mean, the different regions paying different prices. Without the internet, we wouldn't know this. So people are just complaining because they have access to pirate things.
There you go.
That point.
Yeah.
Because it was always like this. Without the internet, nobody knew who was watching how many. I never even knew that the UK never watched all games until
I didn't even know that as
internet.
well, and I'm living in Europe for like 2 years.
Yeah, so it's only because they know that's why they complain. But it's
True.
it's a non-issue.
But think about it like this, Montana. Americans could complain the same way because I mean they never got to watch the Premier League until 2012.
Exactly.
So I mean there was no Premier League live on television unless you had a satellite dish or something or like some special network, you know. So
Yeah.
I mean it's not you. It's one thing to say, well, okay, it's this way or that way, but you know it's another thing to understand that it's just a different way. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna say I'm not for the Super League at all because I think the idea of the Super League. I think one thing that the Premier League should never have removed was away goals rule. If they hadn't removed the away goals rule, we would have beat Bayern. We would have beat Copenhagen, Galatasaray. We would have beat Copenhagen. You know what I mean?
I don't know about it's easy to be wise after the event, though, isn't it? You know what I mean?
No. But I'm just saying, like that was the one thing that they should have never removed. And them, I think one of the reasons the Super League has gotten the push that it's getting is because of the format change that they're gonna make next season to the Champions League. I think that is what a lot of clubs might be wanting to push back on because I don't think the Champions League is going to be interesting if it's like a league format. I think it won't be. I think the group stage is what makes it interesting. You know what I mean? The fact that it's like you get 3 opponents that are selected for you. You don't know who they're going to be. It could be anyone, anywhere in Europe. You have to play them, and the best 2 teams qualify. I think that brings a certain level of energy to the group stage that makes it anticipates it. It makes it like, you know, it gives you that rush. You know what I mean? So maybe they need to revisit that option that they were thinking about for changing it, because you know, like I don't, as a football fan, I'm pretty sure I would love to see Manchester United play in Germany or play in the Caribbean, you know, even in preseason or something. But at the same time, to say I'm gonna want to see Manchester United play Real Madrid every season, 2 times a season, I don't think so. It's gonna kill the anticipation of what would my team do if they play against another team. I mean, like, it's like the World Cup every 4 years. Do you want to see the World Cup every 2 years? No, you don't want to see that. You know what I mean? The spectacle is something that's rare, and the rarer something is, the more exciting it is, the more interesting it is. I think even though you want to see the best football, then you have to understand that if you get the Super League and you get teams playing in Europe weekly, what is going to happen to your domestic league? Are you going to still watch it? Is it going to still be as interesting? Is it going to still survive the way it was surviving? You know what I mean? So
yeah, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, Mark. It's just, for me, I'm thinking about just the Champions League, UEFA Champions League already is starting to be restructured, right? They're having some changes already in that. And it's like these guys are just fighting to see who can get, that idea going first. And it's like now it's going to be like an interesting legal battle between A22 Sports and UEFA and FIFA. Because the court said, hey, we are not.
Yeah, well, I mean,
the court's ruling was just so
yeah,
much.
the court's ruling was to allow it, but let's put it like this. Let's put it like this, right? Like I said when I began, right? UEFA made it possible for all the teams to have a league to compete against each other once a year to say who's the best in Europe. UEFA made that possible. Mm-hmm. And before it was about the money, when it was just about the bragging rights mostly and competing and being the best, then UEFA was always there to make sure and facilitate everything and hash it out. So they laid the groundwork for everything, if you understand what I'm saying.
I hear.
Right?
Mark, what's your prediction for Palace Brighton? The kickoff is about to happen, by the way. If Palace, you have not given... Yes.
Palace is at home?
Yes.
2-1 Palace.
After you, Mark.
2-1 Palace.
2-1 Palace. Okay.
I said 2-2. I think I sent it to you.
Yes. Did I put it in?
Yes. Stephanie, big up. I seen your
big up, Stephanie. How are you doing? Stephanie's putting in her
Real Malden 2-1 Brighton. Okay.
Who's playing Villa?
2-1 Brighton.
Sheffield.
Sheffield
United, yeah.
Villa will smash them 3-1.
All right. Let's go ahead. If you're ready to give all your predictions, let's go. Villa 3-1
for Sheffield.
Okay.
City playing Brentford at home. I would say that would be De Bruyne back.
Hold on, Mark. Let's go to somebody while we're on Villa Sheffield right now. Let's go to
Real Malden say 1-1.
Manj, what did you say?
For Villa Sheffield?
Yeah.
3-0 Villa.
Israel. 0 Villa. Okay. 3-0 Villa says Manj. Okay. What about Sashiv? What are you saying on this one?
I'm going with 4-0 of 4-0 to Aston Villa.
4-0 Villa. Jeez. It's unanimous. If you're ready to give your prediction,
I'll say
Montana?
Sheffield 1-0.
Huh?
Sheffield 1-0.
Sheffield 1-0. Okay. Right.
Wow.
An upset. That's a very big upset right there that you're predicting.
Sheffield 1-0.
We'll be there. All right, let me put
one Malden.
Please. Stephanie said
I will be there for the Wolves and Chelsea game.
So except Wolves last. Oh, okay. You purposely left the Wolves Chelsea game, Stephanie. I can't see.
You know what? I think Liverpool gonna smash Arsenal. I think it's gonna be some like 3-1 Liverpool.
That's actually probably the biggest clash of the weekend, really.
Yeah.
Nah, man, it's the biggest one is Forest Bournemouth, man. What are you talking about?
Okay, Mark said 3-1, right?
City Brentford, yeah. No,
That's
2-1
postponed.
City Brentford. 2-1 City Brentford.
That's postponed, Mark, because this Club World Cup.
Oh, that's a missed game week.
That Club World Cup is useless.
Another competition.
There's another competition.
That's what I was saying.
Okay, who hasn't given that Villa Sheffield? By the way, let me see. Villa Sheffield 2-1 says Dominique. Thank you for sending those, Dominique. Thank you to Kenny Sylvester as well. We got another Kenny in the building.
Oh, let's go.
3-0. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Who else hasn't given in here in the panel? Anybody that hasn't given that Villa Sheffield?
Stephanie say Wolves 2-1 Chelsea.
Yeah. Yo, that's gonna be interesting to see.
Arten say Villa 3-0.
3-0 Villa. Yeah.
Don't have anything for Arten.
It's gonna be a win for Villa for me too. I think it's gonna be a proper 2-0 victory.
United 2-1. Real Malden.
Okay, what are you saying, Kenny, about the West? Well, let's just put in the City Brentford. I guess they're gonna play sometime, right?
Wednesday, I think.
We'll do the prediction when they actually are about to play, when we know the date of the game, I guess.
Oh yeah.
That makes more sense. Okay, all right. So let's go West Ham and
Kenny Sylvester say 3-0 Villa.
3-0 Villa. Yes.
Yeah.
Already. Okay. Munch, what are you saying?
For West Ham, 2-1 West Ham.
Come on.
Get out of here, man.
4-1 United.
3-1 United.
Thank you. That's much better.
I knew that happened.
3-1 United and
4-1 United.
Mark said 4-1. Okay. 4-1 United.
Reverse psychology, man, for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right true, man. Right true.
I'm going with I'm also going with 3-1 United as well.
Which one?
Which United?
With United.
It was West Ham United versus Manchester.
Dominique said what? 2-1 United. Come on. Okay. All right. Yeah, by the way, if you're not ready to give your prediction, it's okay. You can still comment on the video.
Yes, who is back in the chat?
Chelsea Dan. You know, saying, go and tell Papi just now I was on Pro Clubs playing. And I finally end up on a team with a Manchester United kit. And guess who we was playing against? A team with a Chelsea kit. We beat that team like 7-0. I scored a hat trick.
Wow.
You gotta destroy Chelsea when you see them.
Stephanie predicted a loss for you, Chelsea Dan. 2-1 loss. Okay. What's your prediction? Has kickoff already happened?
Yeah, 5 minutes in.
Oh. Well, Chelsea Dan, give us your prediction for Villa Sheffield. Unless it's still 0-0 on that team, on that game, we can give you a quick prediction right now. And and then we lock it in. 3-2 Man United, says R10. I believe you mean Manchester United winning 3-2.
You're not very specific with which West Ham or you Man United is it?
Right. Watch West Ham win 3-2, and Archie says, "Well, I meant West Ham United."
I told you.
So correct us if it's wrong. I by the way, as I'm putting it in the spreadsheet, make sure I can easily make a mistake. So make sure you're checking to see that it goes with what you're saying. But yeah, well, this is how. In case you're wondering, this is how the league table is looking. Boom. We got the star, the star league here. The gold and the blues are right here.
The proper league.
Yo, last weekend, Olmo had so many good results, bro. What?
Yeah.
11 points.
Olmo is leading with 37 points. Mark with 29. I got 28.
Wait,
Mark
match 79, we get 2 points? That's impossible.
Who?
Match day 17, I only get 2 points.
Who? Matty.
For match day 17, you said. Match day 17, I only had 2 points on match day 17.
Yeah. Mark right there. 1, 2. 2 predictions. 2 points. It's very easy to get 10 points, by the way, if you're tuned in and you want to participate in the game. All you have to do is give your predictions. And if you get the right score, predict the right score, you get 3 points. You predict the right outcome, you get 1 point. And Mark had a howler of a match day. He got 2 points.
Howler for real. Wait. Newcastle didn't lose? No, they won.
You said Sheffield would beat Chelsea.
Look at you. Shame on you. Look at his face.
Mark, you said Sheffield would beat Chelsea, man. What's wrong with you?
Bro, come on, bro. You know, I had to throw some stones at Chelsea down. You know, you always talking rubbish about United.
I'm playing.
Yo, don't go anywhere, Chelsea, Dad. Here's the link.
Chelsea ran.
Put it. You became Chelsea ran really quickly. So yeah. Anyway, so that's the thing. We've got 10 people tuned in right now. So make sure you hit the like button, please, and also subscribe if you haven't done so. You know, be a part of the Power Predictions game. Share your opinion about the Super League. Where are you in this conversation? Because really, that's the hottest topic for the day. Other clubs have been coming out with statements after statement. Like, it's been wild. It's almost as if they are all talking and saying, you know, are you in? Are you out? You know, and it's just on Twitter X, on, you know, almost every club's website. Also, there's been so many updates. Premier League has released a statement just saying today's ruling does not endorse the Super League, and the Premier League continues to reject any such concept. Supporters are of vital importance to the game, and they have time and again made clear their opposition to a breakaway competition. It is wild. I think most of the temperature from the Premier League teams is like, we are not aligning ourselves with this. And also Tottenham has been the latest club, I think about an hour ago, saying that our position has not changed. We remain committed to the European football and will continue to work with fellow clubs through the ECA and participate in UEFA competitions. Wow. It's statements upon statements upon statements, you know. Season of statements, as Compost says. Where are you, Compost? Are you Super League in or Super League out? I want to know. Somebody has the audio on. By the way, can you please turn it down? You know. Who's that? Somebody has that audio on.
Back in for next week.
You know, please turn it off. Yeah, let's F the Super League, says Compost.
Exactly.
Why?
Bro, nobody want to watch United play in Los Angeles, bro.
Except for the people in Los Angeles.
No one cares, bro. They call football soccer. Who cares?
Soccer.
Oh my!
What is that shit, bro?
Oh my days. Well, if it happens, it means that Arsenal and PSG would have never won the Champions League trophy. It's, you know, if that would be an interesting thing where the Champions League just ends and then you know, without PSG ever winning it. Let's hear this Chelsea Ran fella. Let's hear what he has to say about the Super League. Chelsea Dan.
Yo.
Where are you in this Super League conversation, bro?
The Super League, I think it'll be a great success. At least Man United won't be in it.
There's nothing super elite without
We lost
Manchester
him.
United. Just remember that, Chelsea, Dan. You know what I mean?
He gotta come with the shots already. Yo,
Man United's not good enough to be in them kind of league,
Happy.
is it?
Happy.
Chelsea would be
Luan
in
is all
the
left, you
group.
know.
No, football power. Honestly, true. This fuck the
I would
Super
be
League.
happy for you if this ever happens.
I know.
Luan.
I'll tell you what. If this
But-
Super, we had this Super League bull crap before, didn't we? Everyone's
in April 21.
and Premier League won't be good. And Premier League won't be the same now. Do you know what? If I thought like compare Smurf, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's all balanced by the side that you got smashed by Newcastle twice in the semis and in the Premier League. This won't be the same if they're going to the Super League.
This come from a
I
team
don't
that
want.
lost
But
3-0
Mark,
to
I don't want it
United.
happening, man. I don't want this Super League crap to happen, man. I think it's going to be a disgraceful because the Premier League, it's the most successful league in history.
Yeah.
And then you basically the Super League, you're going to only play it like once or twice every single time. The thing is, I understand a lot of foreign clubs in different countries are moaning because players are people are like moaning about their players leaving to the Europeans because they want to play big Champions Leagues and Premier Leagues and that, and we're getting Bayern quick, and that's why they're all moaning about all the situation with that.
Yeah.
But we can't blame them. But then the FA has to sort out the other leagues to keep the Champions League hot, so they could qualify for the Champions League and all. Then do like a big step of the Champions League in different stages. You know what I mean? Football power.
Yeah. Can
you hear me?
The Champions League in different stages is what you're saying.
My phone's
but that's how it looks like. It looks like they just take the Conference League, the Champions League, and the Europa League, and they make it into one league.
Yeah.
But it's still separated. So every season it's still just like Conference League, Champions League, and Europa. So what is the real difference? The only difference is that the teams in the Conference League will never be in the UCL. Maybe not in our lifetime.
Yeah, because Mark, we're in that World Cup thing, or not in it.
You understand? And to be honest, bro, like in my honest opinion, I rather watch a league that I know someday Oxford United might make the league and might even come up against a Real Madrid than a league that it might never happen. You understand? And that's what the Super League is. So when people say the Super League is going to be a real good thing, and it's going to make money for the teams that in it. Yeah. But it's going to take away from that glory and that golden achievement of football. Like you could imagine a team like Copenhagen fans knowing that they draw Manchester United in a group stage in the Champions League. They just came up. They are in comparison a tiny club.
Would you be happy? Would you be happy with the Super League then?
No, because in the same regards as like it will never a team of that size like Copenhagen, you know, such a small club will never have a chance to play a club like Real Madrid. The fans will never have that hope.
I was going to say, do you know what my idea is that FA should do?
What?
Because all these Saudis, like they're buying players like Ronaldo to Benzema. Then you got the Belgium moaning about, then these and then some like American leagues and different leagues are not in the Champions League, and they're moaning because that we like taking their best players out of their team.
That will never happen to the American League.
No, but honestly, true. They should do a kind of thing of the FA should do a Champions League like. There's this thing called Club World Cup coming up, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City in it. There's no Man United, there's no Arsenal, there's no top team like that. But the thing is,
there's the top teams from all the leagues in the world, so you can't really have four teams.
They're trying this Club World Cup, how many times, like who's won it? Because we've won it 3 times, Liverpool's won it twice, I think Man United's what it wants, and that, yeah. They're trying to make a league like that to see how it goes for other teams like United States of America, like Miami. LA Galaxy is going to be in it. Then you've got the Saudis. Some of the Saudi teams going to be in it, and then it's going to be. But what my makes me with that tournament, yeah, fair enough. It's a good idea. To see if it's going to be a great successful, and then Carby and Cox meant to be like, like in the semi-finals, we used to have 2 legs. Now it's going to be 1 leg next season. But this tournament, right? I don't think they should do that. What they need to do is make the Champions League a bit bigger, or the UEFA, so that could be. But they might.
First and foremost, I don't remember something Chelsea done, right?
Yeah, but now listen quickly.
Let me just make this one statement, bro. One statement. The UEFA Champions League, otherwise known as the European Champions League. Understand?
Yeah, I know.
No. You're not. Listen to me. As a club, you cannot want to participate in a competition that you're not even in the region to participate in. It's not for you.
It seems like they would make arrangements, Mark. Like that's why I'm saying.
Who cares about that? That's not interesting. They're not from Europe. You don't deserve to be there. It's a fact, bro. It have nothing to do. Bro, come on. Listen, right? This is why I go and have the Club World Cup, right? This is why I go and have the Club World Cup.
Mark, you both are from the United States of America, yeah? We're from the European, right? Like the UEFA, yeah? The UEFA for European, yeah, I agree what you're saying. But then it's unfair for other sports football clubs, the FA.
So why
What if it's the case then if the other clubs are moaning about the Premier Leagues and all that was taking their best players from that league, then why don't you do like a South Nation where the United States of America and all
but you see,
leagues
the thing is to have a Club World Cup coming.
Then why don't they not have a Champions League?
You have a Club World Cup coming. So my thing is wait for that. No, what's stopping America? Listen to me.
Yeah, hang on a minute.
What's stopping?
Do you know it's cup though, isn't it?
It have a CONCACAF Champions League, bro, where all the American teams, all the teams from CONCACAF, take part in it, just like the European Champions League. It have a CONCACAF Club Champions League.
Look at David Beckham's team in America, yeah? You've got LA Galaxy, is one of the biggest clubs in America. You've got you got that Chicago Fire is a big club where Wayne Rooney and like,
bro.
And Lionel Messi plays for. Who does Lionel Messi play for?
None of the American teams beating any team above the 15th place team in the Premier League. None of those teams beating them.
Yeah, but Mark,
you could put the best teams in the MLS. The best teams in MLS against the bottom 10 of the Premier League, and they will get smashed.
Look at Man United. Look at Man City.
I'm actually not mad about
Manchester United will score 10.
Chelsea, then you know that your goalkeeper now, right? The one who saved those penalties. Yeah, he saved 5 in the MLS, and that's a really good record. And now he's actually looking like he's not going to.
He's a good quality goalkeeper for Chelsea.
Sanchez is not going to walk into that number 1 position.
Saloni. Do you know Saloni, who we loaned out, who we got from America? He's the top goal. He's the top goal scorer. He's and he's 21. Yeah. And their clubs in the Champions League got round to the next round.
Yeah.
Exactly, Man United couldn't do that. Onana can't.
Have you ever watched the MLS, bro? If you listen to me,
that's what I'm saying. Look, Onana,
first of all, MLS outfield players won't make it in the Premier League because of the physical difference.
Yeah. One person at a time.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is, Mark, if these country clubs in a different world are moaning about because the Europeans the biggest club and big name star players want to leave to go to the and play Champions League, then they should do something for them for that in the world. FA
should do something for them.
Make it like so it could be like a Champions League for them. So then their players don't leave.
Listen, it's not owed to anybody. This is the big problem. None of those teams are owed to be in the Champions League. Now, the Champions League became what it was because teams like Manchester United and Real Madrid and all those teams took a chance on this tournament. You remember?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Right. And understand what I'm saying, right? At the end of the day, they fight hard to make everything work so that they could play the tournament, and the tournament, until it work out that the tournament started to make money more than their own domestic leagues for them, right? Now, I understand that there are other teams, maybe in the MLS, maybe in the Africa Cup, you know, maybe even in the Caribbean, or even in CONMEBOL in Brazil, South America, that might think, you know, maybe they should get to play in a tournament at prime time level, just like the Champions League. So why don't the Super League, right?
Yeah.
Create a league that involving those teams rather than come to Europe and try to take the
100%.
ready-made teams from the
facts.
Champions League. Why they don't create a league? Teams on the other side of the world who don't have that.
In a way, I agree on that, Mark. But then you know it's not going to happen because the FA wants big teams like Real Madrid.
No,
wants
because
Chelsea,
they don't really care about football, bro. They want to make
no,
money. They just want to jump on.
They do want to make money. They do want to make money, but they know
Obviously.
Chelsea are underdogs. That's why they were asking Chelsea to underdogs, because they know Chelsea, when they play against Real Madrid, we're the most successful club to beat them in history. Like, we're the biggest dog. But
the Super League is not making about making football free, bro. Because if they really wanted to create a Super League,
if you go to
they would do exactly what you're saying and create a league to involve all the top teams in the top leagues around the world.
We got a better record of beating them. Yeah, we got better than the better record than Barcelona. We're the most successful club to beat the best Spanish teams in history. But then there's a Super League.
Remind him, Montana.
Yeah, but the Super League.
This is a new thing.
Exactly.
Thanks to Roman Abramovich. Okay.
Oh, give over faith for Roman Abramovich. What about Matthew Harding when we played them, when we had their fat Ronaldos and their Ronaldinhos at the time in a Super Cup, when we battered them like 6-0. What you on about? We had Matthew Harding. This guy doesn't know nothing about football IQ, man.
Yo, Chelsea down.
I'm 38 and I've seen it, yeah.
Chelsea down.
Right.
I don't think teams in America would complain, mostly because they have leagues that they win titles called the World Championship, World Series.
But Mark, listen, I'm trying.
But they're not playing against the world.
I think what it is, boy, yeah. This European Champions League, right, is for Europe. Yes, I agree with what you're saying. But then I looked at on the news, but all these football star players who best in the different leagues, and don't do Champions League, and then they move to Premier Leagues or they move to Bayern Munich just to play the Champions League. I think it's quite unfair. What the FA needs to actually do, if it's the case, then do something like a bigger Champions League Cup for the people, like for the South nations, African nations, like the American United States for America, or like the likes of Brazil, Portugal, in them areas. So they could, because Portugal and America,
Champions League already,
like even Mexico's league. Look at the Mexican league, yeah.
The FA
look at the players. Look at the Mexican league.
No, that's what I tell you. It's about UEFA.
Yeah, look at
the UEFA.
Yeah,
Caribbean Premier. It have a UEFA Caribbean Champions League.
Yeah.
So that's what I said.
You look at Argentina. Look at Argentina. Yeah. So why don't Argentina group stage have like the United States of America and do something like a Champions League for them? So they're big star players.
It already has that, bro. Currently, right now, there's the CONCACAF Champions League playing right now as we speak.
Yeah, but that's like a World Cup nation for them, lot, isn't it?
No. It's a club competition for all the clubs in CONCACAF, i.e. the clubs in the USA, Canada, all of the Caribbean,
but that's not like a big cup,
and Mexico.
If it's not, we could say that though, Mark, but that's not a big club. That ain't a big cup like the Champions League.
Okay, well, it's not a big cup like the Champions League, but eventually it will become that way. They have to make it. They have to develop it.
The Champions League is a bigger cup. The Champions
obviously,
League
but that's because the European leagues, they stuck around for how many years? 30-something years plus.
So they took a chance
and developed the league.
But here's the thing again. Now this is a chance. It's another opportunity for a different thing. They might, whether we like it or not. I think football is changing.
All the historically big clubs who were part of the Champions League, except probably Real Madrid and Barcelona, they will opt out.
It's not a real. Hey, come on, Mark. We've got to understand now. Football ain't a fucking man's game. It's like a proper women's game. VAR crap, and they're scared to put a tackle in. And it's like the football now. It's all changing, and all these clubs who are in the world, like football power, like are moaning because of the big like Premier League players, like star players. Yeah, they're star players are leaving their club just to come to the Premier League, just to play European football, Champions League, and play the Premier League, or the AC Milan or the Bayern Munich and all that.
Bro, at the end of the day,
the other thing I think is unfair is the
football
FA
in
League
Europe is at a 10 times higher level than football in North America will ever be, minus Mexico. Level of football in Mexico is already higher than USA and Canada, bro. That's a fact, right?
Yeah, but
understand what I'm saying. Understand what I'm saying. You can't always want a ready-made success, bro. This Super League wanting ready-made success. They're trying to piggyback off the coattails of UEFA.
What I'm trying to say to you, bro, yeah. What I'm trying to say, yeah. I've spoken to my mate. I even spoken to
wasn't that big all the time.
Oh, God's sake, Mark. Look, listen. I've spoken to one of my mates and he had a good rough idea. Instead of the Champions League, why don't you call it the Club Champions League, like the Club Champions League, like the World Club?
It's the UEFA Champions League, bro.
Yeah, but you can have the WC Champions League, where the
They have that coming next year.
That could be a bigger cup where you have Galatasaray in there, Real Madrid, Chelsea, Man United, Arsenal, whoever group stages. You can have AC Milan in that group. Why don't you, instead of having 4 group stages, have 6 group stages in that World Club Champions League? Instead of having a European Champions League, why don't you change it to World Clubs Champions League?
Yeah, but you're talking about a competition that already exists.
But you have the whole different World Champions League playing each other.
It already has that.
Okay.
It already has that.
All right.
How? Where?
The World Club Cup.
Guys,
the World Club Cup is like the World Champions League.
It's like a Mickey Mouse Cup, though, Mark, man. It's not like it's that cup.
Nobody
watches
that.
Really, that was coming now.
All right.
They're just trying it out. They're just trying that little tournament.
Wrap up your final point on this, starting with Chelsea, and then you, Mark, and then from there we finish up the predictions, guys. Come on. Like we were meant to finish that. And then
10 minutes ago. I just saying Chelsea down, bro. I understand what you're saying, but at the end of the day, I think that they want ready-made success. They just want to jump in a league that already have 1 billion viewers and just enjoy the benefits of it. When those European clubs fought for years to get those viewers to like that league, to make it a success. And,
can I say something? Can I say something to Compressor Smurf? Because this is football IQs, not you're talking about our club, like it's in the semi-finals in the cup, like we could go win it. And you're actually talking about your club, because in the day your club's in the mud. Once in January, you might be getting Graham Harry Potter in. There's been that way since Harry Potter. They reckon they want Harry Potter.
We are in the mud.
You're talking about us. Wait, man, we'll be back, man. Don't worry. Like Mark said, next year we're back.
Okay. Chelsea, then what's your Aston Villa Sheffield United prediction?
Oh, I'm not gonna go Palace Bayern because I'm really watching that, innit? So it's really start. So that's out of the picture.
Yeah.
Finish Sheffield. I'm gonna go 2-0 Villa. 2-0
Villa. Okay. All right. What about West Ham United versus Man United?
Oh, yeah, shit in Brentford proponent, innit? Because they're in that Club World Cup, isn't they? Yeah. West Ham. West Ham versus who?
West Ham versus Manchester United.
Oh, I'm gonna go 2-0 West Ham, mate. They're gonna dominate you. We're fans on Liverpool.
Of course, I'm not surprised. Okay, well, let's go to. Did everybody put in that?
Spurs, Everton. Okay.
Spurs, Everton.
Everton winning.
I'll go 2-1 Spurs.
2-1 Everton.
No, Tottenham's winning that.
Okay, what is the shift saying?
Yeah, I'm going with 2-all. Draw.
2-all. Okay. What is Man saying?
3-1 Tottenham.
3-1 Spurs. Okay. Okay, all right. Everybody, Montana.
Everton 2-1.
Luan said 2-1 United.
Luan says 2-1 United.
Montana.
Yep.
I feel Spurs going to win too many games, you know. I feel this month gonna see them slide further along the table. This month of January.
Absolutely.
So, Montana, you said 2-1 Everton, right?
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
Luan, let me know, Luan, what your Spurs Everton prediction is. And while you do that, Manj, let's start us off with this one. Forest is playing Bournemouth.
New manager bounce 2-1 to Forest.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. By the way, yes, they have a new manager now.
Nuno.
Espirito. They thought he was finished in the Saudi Pro League after he was fired, but
Yeah.
he's back. Our 10 says 2-1 Spurs. Okay. 2-1 Spurs. And what does Mark say about this one? Forest Bournemouth.
That's a bookie game, you know, because I think Bournemouth playing well, although they lose the other day. I think Forest under Nuno, they might have that new manager bunk. So I feel like I'll go with a 2-2 draw in that game. You know what? Forest win, bro. 2-1.
2-1 Forest win. Let's go Mark first. Let me do that. Okay, 2-1 Forest. I think they're gonna win as well. But I'll decide after. Manj, you already put in. Kenny, what are you saying?
I'm going with the 2-1 Forest as well.
2-1 is the popular one, and is Montana saying 2-1 as well?
Yes. No, 2-1 Bournemouth.
2-1 Bournemouth.
No. Big United.
No manager bounce. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna go 3-1 Forest. What is let's go. Montana, start us off for Fulham versus.
You forgot me.
Oh, Chelsea Dan. Where's Chelsea Dan? He's not here. Oh, there he is. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
There you go. We finally found you.
Oh, yeah. Do you know what? Like, even though the manager bounced for Forest, yeah, right, and Slake's been on fire, man, for Bournemouth. It's gonna be 2-0 Bournemouth.
2-0 Bournemouth. Okay, let's see. Chelsea dances 2-0 Bournemouth. R10 said 2-2 Forest. Luan says 2-2 Spurs Everton. Where did Luan? Did I put it? Okay, there you go. 2-2. All right. Forest Bournemouth. We've finished talking about it. I said 3-1. I also feel like Spurs is gonna beat Everton 3-0. It's gonna be 3-0. All right.
Nah.
Everton away from home. I don't trust them. Okay, Munch. Fulham versus.
Are you sure?
I don't trust them.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Everyone's not going to win that game against Tottenham.
Yeah. For the first time in history, I agree with Chelsea. Then, Munch, what are you saying? Fulham, Burnley.
2-0 Fulham.
2-0 Fulham. Why? Why is 2-0 Fulham?
Fulham have scored about 12 goals in the last 3 matches at home. So,
okay, that's sensible. Okay. What are you saying, Chelsea? Dan?
I think it'll be a 2-0 Fulham.
Kenny, are you also saying 2-0?
I'm going with 5-0.
5-0 FC. You think they're gonna do it again?
Yes.
Oh man, get out of here, bro. Get out of here. What did okay, though Stephanie said 2-0.
3-1 Fulham.
What is Mark saying?
3-1 Fulham.
3-1. Yes. I was gonna say 3-0 or 3-1, and I'm gonna go with 3-0. Another 3-0. Okay. Everybody went except R10 and Montana. What do you say, Montana?
3-1 Fulham.
3-1 Fulham. Are you what's making you say that prediction?
No, I think the they'll concede because Everton, showed that they are vulnerable to concede, but they still have their scoring touch. So I think they won't score 5, but 3 is a good margin.
Okay. Luan went 2-2 or 2-1 Spurs. Can you please clarify? It's 2-1 Spurs. Okay, sorry, Luan. Sorry, I didn't see that. I think on the chat you said 2-1. All right. Okay, so let's go to Sashiv. Can you start out also for Luton Town, the Hatters?
Luton Town against who?
Newcastle.
Oh, drum roll, please.
All right.
I'm going with 2-1 Luton Town.
No, I actually would love that too, actually.
No, Luton deserves to win because they were lucky against Arsenal when they football power, and they've been lucky. And they were lucky against Man City.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, I watched the game. They were playing like anti-football, man. I'm actually glad that they.
And it's at Luton and all, so they're good at their hometown in Luton.
So what are you saying, Chelsea? Then 2-1 as well.
Well, good. And then there's a shame about the Bournemouth game because they might have beaten Bournemouth that we don't know. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say 1-0 Luton.
Luton playing Newcastle?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark. Yeah, Mark. Go for it.
Go, Mark. What are you saying?
Go for it, Mark. What are you saying?
3-1 Luton.
Oh!
Okay. That's going to be interesting.
You see that young striker they have Adebayo?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He will destroy that Newcastle defense. Watch.
Okay. All right. Montana, do you agree?
3-2 Newcastle.
3-2 Newcastle. All right. And then Manj, what are you saying?
I'm saying 3-1 Newcastle.
3-1 Newcastle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going for Newcastle win as well. I'm saying 2-0 Newcastle.
This is going to be like a reverse psychology jinx for.
Yeah, we are split. A lot of people going different directions. Yeah. What are you saying? What did Luan say in the chat? Dominique 1, Newcastle 3. Dominique 1, Newcastle 3. Luton 1, Newcastle 3. Sorry. Boom. Dominique 1-3, and then from Luan 2-1 Newcastle. Boom. Okay. All right. Cool. Let's go to R10 says 2-1 Fulham. All right. 2-1 Fulham. Let's go to the biggest game. Easily the biggest game of the weekend. Yeah, man, start us off, bro.
This team is going to be annoyed because they drew last week against us. They can hold that. But I think they're going to be out for revenge and they'll take out an Arsenal and we're 3-1 Liverpool.
3-1 team.
Wow. Man, I feel like I copy my score, boy.
Nah, man, that's made it about 5 o'clock. Where you been?
I said the same thing though when I came in each other that I think Liverpool go and smash Arsenal.
I did you? That's right, man.
Yeah. Chelsea
3-1 is the same score.
Yeah, man. 3-1.
Chelsea Den, what are you saying?
I tell you what, man. Like Man United cried their tears out for that draw against Liverpool last week. Arsenal's going to cry even more. Arsenal's going to cry even more. I'm going to say 3-1 Liverpool. No, 3-2. It'll be 3-2. We'll have 5 goals in this game.
Yeah, I think it'll be high scoring. Okay, Sashiv, what are you saying?
I'm going with 2-2.
2-2. That is interesting. You're changing my mind before I even make it up. R10, we need your Luton Town versus Newcastle and also Liverpool versus Arsenal prediction. Same for Luan, Liverpool, Arsenal. Okay. I'm gonna say this one is gonna be a 3-3 draw.
We will be there.
Classic.
Yeah, it's gonna be a 3-3. Like I feel like actually
Wolves
it's
2-1.
an Enfield.
2-0 as a matter of fact.
You
I'm
go
gonna be
4-3 Liverpool. You go
4-3.
4-3 Liverpool.
Holy damn, bro.
bold prediction.
You should have actually said 4-all, you know.
I should have
That's
went
That's having 4 goals in that.
No, because Liverpool love the game where you try and bring the game to them, and you know they love playing that. It's at Enfield, and Arsenal only sort of like play one way. You know, nowadays it's just like, you know, I don't see Arsenal holding back. You know, so that's how I arrived there. But
welcome along to the AFTV. We've just been battered by Liverpool.
So we'll be drinking 4 ounces, 4 liters of Liverpool tears and 3 liters of Arsenal tears. Okay, let's go to Wolves versus Chelsea, starting with Sashiv.
Drum rolls, please.
All right.
I'm going with 3-1 Wolves.
Oh my God!
3-1 Wolves. What, you been smoking drugs, yeah? Oh God,
Munch, what do you say?
I'm saying Chelsea 2-1.
All right.
Yeah, look at my guy's got to get some points there, man. He knows the score.
He knows the score.
Montana,
Let's see.
Montana, I need your Liverpool Arsenal. Sorry.
Liverpool 3, Arsenal 2.
Oh, wow.
Wait,
Okay. All right. Okay. And so, what are you saying about Montana? What are you saying about Wolves Chelsea?
Wolves 2, Chelsea 1.
Wolves 2.
That's terrible.
We will be there. Let's save. Okay, Chelsea, then you go last. Mark, what are you saying? Wolves versus Chelsea.
3-1 Wolves.
let's go, Mark.
Why? I'm curious.
Because Chelsea.
No, Chelsea, I don't
season.
do it, man.
Chelsea
I
shit
mean,
this
Man
season, and I honestly think their defense is not going to handle it. I think I think the game that they won, the other team was terrible. I think that game that they play again, that they play and won in the Carabao Cup, just shows how terrible Chelsea is and the other team was.
Who did they beat? Oh, Newcastle. Yeah.
Newcastle was rubbish, and Chelsea was even worse.
Oh, you're just whoa, hang on a minute, yeah. I'm gonna. I tell you
Bro,
what,
like that game was a shit
I know
game.
you
Newcastle
shouted that
was shit,
Newcastle
and it was shit. They just
Let's
moments in the game, and that was
They slapped you in the Premier League, and then they slapped you in the Caribbean Cup 3-0. You lost to them twice, mate. Wait, we was a better team.
Chelsea, that was just my opinion,
Mark,
bro.
Mark,
Don't
we
take
was a
it
better team
personal
against
now.
What's a Caribbean Cup? What is that? Is that a new
This
format?
what I'm trying to say to you, right? This is what I'm saying, yeah, Mark, right? We battered Newcastle off their own turf at Stamford Bridge, and they couldn't handle us.
And United battered you.
They're part of the bus. Newcastle didn't batter us. We got cheated on that ground.
You didn't get battered.
Yeah, but you got battered by Newcastle twice.
You get battered by United.
You got battered twice this season. We turfed them up, mate.
You need
My boy Mike, you got to understand. Nkunku's back now. And Nkunku, yeah. By football power.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 3-0 Chelsea. I'm gonna go 3-0 Chelsea. Because Nkunku's scoring his hat trick this game, mate. And it's better than Man United. Slapped by West Ham and
Selhurst Park.
We ain't got Palace this week, man.
That's me. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, so somebody was giving an update on the score, right? What did you
Palace.
It's 1-0 Palace at the moment, and it's Doran Ayew with a brilliant header.
Come on.
Oh yeah, what a goal. I'm watching it myself, yeah, 1-0 Palace.
1-0
2-1,
Palace. All right. What did I predict? Oh, that they would. Oh my goodness.
Start.
What was I thinking? Brentford 4, Palace 1. That was my prediction. Oh Lord. Okay. Well, now Brighton has to.
drugs. That's what going on with him.
No. Brighton can come back and score 4. You just wait.
Brighton not scoring no 4, bro. You just see Palace draw 2-2 with Man City, bro. Brighton to beat them 4. Brighton, no.
Bro,
This
I
will be
don't
pack
know.
6 twice already for the season, no.
Hey,
4
Mark,
twice for the season. Pack 5
Mark,
more
what's your
than once.
excuse? If you lose to West Ham and Ten Hag gets sacked and you get Graham Potter, what's your excuse then?
If
Oh, no,
bro,
no.
right now you should worry that
I'm not
Poch
worried,
going to
man.
get sacked and you're going to end up with Nuno Gomez.
I'm telling you what, yeah, Mark, it's happening. Graham
You
Potter
might end up with the Fulham coach from last season, bro.
You're Redcliffe speaking in hotels in the meetings.
Marcelo Bielsa will coach Chelsea in a
He's
few
been
months.
there in
Watch.
meetings with Graham Potter, man. I mean, Graham Potter,
Marcelo Bielsa for
when you
Chelsea
lose
head
to West
coach.
Ham and we hear that Ten Hag's good at sack, you might get Steve Cooper in or Graham Potter. Steve Cooper from Nottingham
Marcelo Bielsa stripping naked in the player locker room.
Lord have mercy.
Guys,
let me just double check to see if there's any score prediction that's missing. Let me know. I think, Luen, you're the one that I'm missing for Forest, the Forest game, the Fulham game, and the Chelsea game. And Dominique as well for those games as well.
Yeah, but I'm missing the Palace. I haven't said my Palace score.
Yeah, well, you were 5 minutes after kickoff, Chelsea. Dan, you can't predict a game that's already started. That especially there's a goal now, so we have to just forfeit that one. And you hope that your next predictions will be right. You'll catch up. It's all good. So let's see, Mark. Done. Everybody else done, and I yeah. Let me know. If you're just tuned in as well. You can be a part of the game. Make sure you comment, give your score prediction, and your name will be in there, and you'll get your points at the end of match day 18. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, never miss Rob is here. The truth is here. That's
That is, bro. That is
almost.
Yeah, it is almost.
Well, let us know what your prediction is for the Villa Sheffield game, at least almost, so that I put them in. And yeah.
One lucky week and all of a sudden almost the truth is here.
Well,
I wasn't even so cocky after leading for how many weeks, bro? One lucky week and he talking that, bro.
Well, you guys are bad.
One good match day, Mark. Look, you 10.
Bro,
4,
I had
8,
more.
5, 2. You're actually declining, guys. Mark is on the decline here.
Bro, last week we didn't have the Luton game, bro. Luton was going to win that game. I would have steady up with 3 points.
Hey, Mark's dropped it. Hey, Mark's dropped off the table, man. He was number 1 now. Ono's took over him.
Like still number 2. Where Chelsea down? Chelsea down.
Don't worry,
wait, just like Chelsea, mid-table man, them talking again.
I put the bet on, yeah. I put a bet on
always talking about teams that
I put a bet on, mate, listen, yeah. I
just like to look up
I'm not top of that table because I haven't put the particular scores in the couple of football power. But I put a bet on, yeah, West Ham are going to turf up Man United this weekend. And I'll be drinking your teas because you dropped down the table on the particular scores and you're going to drop down the table when you lose to West Ham this weekend.
I am definitely going to go back up this table this weekend. This weekend,
at least we didn't even snap by Luca.
15 points. I'm going to jump ahead of Olmo, leave him in the dust. You already in last season points, so you're in relegation.
We're going to Wembley. We're going to Wembley. We can't hear you sing that. We can't hear you sing that.
I'm going to Wembley. Anybody here believe Arsenal go and qualify for the Champions League final?
My brother Ono's took over you in the particular scores. He's going to Wembley. He's number 1. He took over.
You had a good week last week.
You was number 1, but you cried your tears and you're slacking down. You're dropping down to the relegation like the Man United Champions League group stages.
Papi, let this man know I miss a whole half. I miss some games and think predictions sometimes.
Football power.
Yes,
Ono
come to this
ain't
guy,
on it,
bro.
yeah. Ono should be in here to do his predictions so he can.
Yeah, Ono is here. The truth is here. Look, the truth is here.
Hey, you guys are gonna bounce here. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. See you in a bit.
Catch you later, bro.
Thanks for your predictions, brother.
No problem, man.
Yeah.
Let's examine these scores one more time.
Yeah, these scores are that in. Make sure you give me your predictions as well for your other predictions. I only got the Palace Brighton prediction. Yeah, yo. Here we go. Mark, you said let's see. All right. Man United is the one that I was really also curious about. Man United, West Ham. Most people predicted a Man United win, except Mange and Chelsea Dan. All right. We will be there. We'll be there for that. We'll see. I think I'm hopeful that Haaland has to get a goal. If he doesn't get a goal, I think we might be in trouble. He might like, I know he can score. I know he scored. He's in the Champions League, but like,
guys, calm down.
We have to have a conversation, Mark. We have to talk.
Papi, I'm being honest, Papi.
Yeah.
I find fans a little bit too, how to put it, bro, recent bias with Haaland, because they're disallowing the fact that he scored some goals in the UCL.
Yeah.
But they're saying he didn't score no goals in the Premier League. So it's a little bit much. You look at it from the perspective as a footballer, like, we're looking away from the fact that this is his first time in the Premier League. He only played half a season. You never know what could happen. He's a young player, bro. Like, it's true he didn't score goals. It's true he gets some chances and missed them. It's true he missed some big chances, But at the end of the day, bro, football don't work like that. Because look at Nicholas Jackson. Let's say, take Nicholas Jackson, for example. Right? Preseason, he was scoring goals for fun. First couple games of the season, he didn't score nothing. Everybody was like, this dude is a flop. This dude is a flop. Look him scoring goals now. Sometimes it's different for other strikers. You can't say, look at this one and look at that one, because two different players, two different mindsets, two different body types. They're going to do different things. I just think United in a state of flux in general, right? We see what positivity Haaland could do when he get his supply. We see what the wingers trying to do right now in the last few games, even though they didn't score any goals in the last two, and we lose, and we lose 2 and draw 1 in the last 3. Yeah. We scored 9 goals the 3 games before. So it's not like if these guys not gonna, they can't find in it. Sometimes it's happened like that. And we could sit here and say from hindsight that it shouldn't be like this, or it should be perfect, or it should be better, or he could do different, or what we would have done differently. Yeah. But at the end of the day, that's in hindsight. That's not in the moment, in the reality, in the heat of the game with all the adrenaline pumping. And sometimes it just do happen for you.
I hear you. I want to get the perspective of Montana real quick on this one. So Montana, 38 divided by 2, if my math is what, 19? And we're at match day 18. So if we reach match day 19, Haaland does not have a Premier League goal. Are you concerned or not?
No, me personally, I'm not concerned because of the support cast. Antony does not assist. Rashford sulks. And Garnacho is still young, so that's the problem. He has a conundrum. So you can't really blame him so much, because actually, if you look last season, people were crossing the balls in the box. We had no finisher. This season, we have a finisher. We're not crossing the ball in the box. So it's a conundrum. Okay. You can't really blame the finisher that much if he's not getting service. So let's wait and see. And actually, I don't know if you guys have seen the news that we're not going to take up what's his name? Amrabat's deal. So I don't know who's gonna be the DM. And Casemiro is also leaving. I mean, one step forward.
Casemiro not leaving, bro.
No, they are open to shopping him. So that's
he not going. No, that's just, bro. That's just a rumor because people hear that he and Varane receive an offer from Saudi. They say they don't want to leave in the middle of the season.
Yeah,
That's at least that's the latest we hear coming out from the club.
Yeah, that's true, that's true. But I'm still saying that we still need somebody to cover. That DM position, because Mainu by himself cannot play all the season. So that's
at Liverpool we play a single pivot, just so you know.
So who
regardless of that, Mainu and Amrabat played, it was a single pivot. If you look at the way the team was set up, so I mean, he could, if Mainu plays the 8 role and Casemiro or Amrabat, or they swap it, either one out of the two swap, we will be fine. That's just how I look at it. Because either way, they go and have that single pivot and they go and have the protection because you have a player who capable and a talented player with the legs. Capabilities and experience, talent and legs in the midfield. So,
big shout out to Solo, by the way, who's just tuned in. By the way, if you are also one of those people that just joined, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you give me your predictions for the upcoming Premier League fixtures. I'm curious what your thoughts are for match day 18 and participate in this game. We have the league leader in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, let's clap hands for Almost Solo.
Yo.
Big up Omo.
League leader, the truth. Omo. Oh, come on. Omo, are you going to disappoint? Look at you. Your connection is not connecting, brother. Omo.
He's literally on flipping. He's literally on Old Trafford Wi-Fi then.
Right, you're on Old Trafford Wi-Fi. Well, Omo, we were hoping to get the words from you. Yes, Luen, I got all the Dominique's predictions as well. Munch says hit the likes and subscribe to Football Powerhour, guys. Let's go ahead and say real quick. Looking at the games this match day 18, for me, Liverpool Arsenal is the biggest game in terms of just spectacle and maybe goals, expected goals. So that's why I went with a 4-3 prediction, because that's actually the game that I'm looking forward to watching. I want to see some good goals. Anybody else want to say anything about these fixtures before we wrap up? Because Omo, his connection is not.
I disagree.
What? Oh, there he is. Why do you disagree?
Arsenal. I'd say Arsenal is going to win that. Arsenal is win that 2-1 or 3-1. They saw how we played against Liverpool. Liverpool has been undefeated at home, and we get them the first draw. They see how we play. They're just going to take advantage of that. They have the better squad, and they have the squad depth.
So you said
if Arteta is small, he will win that 3-1.
3-1 Arsenal.
3-1 Arsenal. Wow.
Actually, no. 2-0. 2-0 Arsenal.
You think that would be a clean sheet? You're 2-0.
Homo in the building.
Okay.
2-0.
Okay. 2-0.
Who's Luton playing against?
Newcastle.
Oh, Lewis Miley. Yes, Newcastle is gonna win that 1-0. No, actually 2-0.
Okay, and then Fulham, Burnley.
5-0 FC at home. Probably give them 3-0. Also the great Andres Pereira.
Forest, yeah. Preseason Perlo. Mid-season Perlo.
This is a tough game. Probably 1-1.
1-1 Spurs versus Everton.
And Ball and the great James Conner. Yeah, I'm gonna come back to that one.
Spurs at home. West Ham versus Man United. You'll come back to that one. Let's go to Villa.
10-0.
10-0 for who?
West Ham.
Why do you keep doing this?
I don't trust the manager. Until I see the lineup, I will change.
Look at this. Almost predicted 10-0 Liverpool last time, and not 10-0 West Ham.
10-0. I do not trust the manager. I don't trust the manager. I don't know what formation he will do this time.
Wow, just wow.
Listen. I might change it the day once the lineup come out, but right now 10-0.
All right. Well, make sure you let me know before kickoff. Otherwise, I will not put it in. All right. Villa Sheffield.
Emery ball, easy 3-0.
Okay, 3-0. That's a
Hold on,
popular.
wait. They're not gonna have Boubacar Kamara. 2-0.
Okay.
2-1.
Yo, how much predictions are you changing?
Right. he hears it after he says it. He's like, nah, that doesn't sound right. All right. Spurs Everton. Let's go to Ange Ball.
Ange Ball and the great James Garner. It's gonna be a tough match. Oh, I like Ange Ball. I also love James Garner. I don't like this. Ange Ball 2-1.
Ange Ball 2-1. Okay. All right. 2-1 Spurs. All right. All your predictions are in.
Wait, there's one more. Where's the Chelsea match?
Chelsea. What?
Is Conor Gallagher playing? Yes, he is.
Yeah.
I'm betting on Chelsea to win 2-0.
Okay.
The great Conor Gallagher, proper captain.
The great Conor Gallagher. Chelsea then. Do you hear this?
Oh no, he's back! We celebrate. Oh no, he's top of that table. Mark,
You
drop down.
think I'm gonna bet against Conor Gallagher?
My
Never.
my phone died. Football power. My phone went dead.
Chelsea dead. I apologize. We messed up the coefficient. You got quarter plays and we just messed it up by getting last place. Us and Liverpool got 4 places in the Champions League and messed up the whole coefficient. Like we just wasted. We should have given our spot to Chelsea and let them go to quarterfinals again. Because we out here messing up coefficient, can't make the round of 16.
Yeah, that's facts. So no, but like I say,
it's both the United team. Manchester United and Newcastle United. Waste of space.
Yeah.
But
the thing is though, yeah, you got slapped up by Newcastle in the Caribbean Cup, and you got slapped up in the Premier League, and we go and turf them up, and Marcus got salted, and we're in the semi-finals, man. Well, we can't hear Man United in the semi-finals or in the Champions League, so...
No, we can't. We can't probably FA, but don't worry.
If you lose to West Ham this weekend, Ten Hag's got sacked, and now you've got your Graham Potter in there, so your Graham Potter do you the best.
Exactly, Graham Potter is who I want. Get me Graham Potter.
I don't want no Graham Flopper. No. What is this?
Football power. Oh, no, it's my brother. He wants the Harry Potter in your club. Money even more in your team. You go down.
Will you support this nonsense?
Oh, no, really, no. My brother, oh, no.
Yeah, wait, get out of here.
Right? I muted him. Yo, for real, like Graham Potter at Man United. The thing about it, here's the thing. Something kind of I want to hear actually also what you gotta say too about this, Mark. Graham Potter, he was at Chelsea at the wrong time. If you just watch what he did at Brighton, you actually can see that the tactician, the guys, he's actually like he there's something that he knows about football that like he can see that the players buy into his methods, you know. But Chelsea was just the worst place for him to go, and the record does not help him that he had at Chelsea. But he's not a horrible coach, in my opinion.
Oh,
Graham Potter.
We say the same thing about Ten Hag at Ajax. Actually, Ten Hag went to the UEFA Champions League with the team. You know what I mean? Playing the semi-finals, he beat actual teams. Not like Graham Potter. Just now, Chelsea Dan. Just now. Bro, listen. Graham Potter is a rubbish manager, right? And you know why? The only reason he was successful is because of the structure Brighton had. Nothing else. He went to Chelsea, spent 680-something million. Didn't win a game, finished 12th, lost, got dunked out the Champions League, everything. And this after he take over from Tuchel, and you want Chelsea to come.
So you want to say that all the success that he was having at in Brighton was just due to the structure? It's not due to him?
Purely due to the structure. Yeah, when you look at Graham Potter as a coach, look at Chelsea last season. He looked lost. He was worse than any coach in the last 5 seasons, including this one. In the first 15 games, worse. Nothing close to 10. He was 10 times worse. If we had Graham Potter, we would be at the bottom of the league in relegation. And if Graham Potter coming to this club, we are going to be sitting in 10th place just like Chelsea, bro. Because the difference with us and Chelsea is Chelsea spent 600 million on players Graham Potter wanted. No, you see, people might blame Poch, but Poch get 600 million worth of players that Graham Potter bought. Potter. People might make arguments and say, "Oh, they wasn't shopping for Tuchel.
Talking facts.
No,
so when you want Graham Potter,
you're judging him by his time at Chelsea, which
I'm judging Graham Potter by his time overall as a coach. What he achieved for Brighton? What has he achieved with Brighton? Premier League?
Because I would say ETH is a flop as well.
Huh?
What is football power? What is football power? Football power. Graham Potter only won the Belgium league. That's about it. Yeah, he came to Brighton. He did a good job at Brighton. Fair enough. Yeah, but facts. He's a crap manager. Yeah, the worst manager I've ever seen in history. He comes to Chelsea. Yeah, he didn't. There was no star player. Yes, he got us to the to the next round in the Champions League. Yeah. But then. He was crap. There was no style play. There was no structure with him. He couldn't get Joe Felix to score goals. He couldn't. It was the worst. It was and he broke the worst record.
Even Xavi getting Joe Felix to score goals.
If it comes to Man United, man, good luck to you. That's what I say. Because
we will sink like an anchor in the ocean.
2 months, you'd be crying him out on the.
I do not want to make United by any means, but all I'm saying is you guys are a little bit unfair.
What has he done at Brighton? You still can't tell me he didn't win nothing at Brighton. He didn't go far in the Carabao Cup. He didn't go far in the FA Cup. He did nothing.
Look at the style of play.
All he did was survive in the Premier League a season. That's all he did. All he did, right?
Yeah, Papi.
No, if you want to bring in that manager after Ten Hag, I would look at your football IQ real heavily and consider it. I'm saying it honestly. I'm not trying to throw no pot shots because if you see what Ten Hag doing a season, if you see what Ten Hag doing one season, maybe we're doing bad this season, but it's nothing close to what Graham Potter was doing. And I would argue Graham Potter had a team that won the Champions League the season before. So if that alone is not enough to tell you the kind of manager Graham Potter is, because Brighton, we all know Brighton is run the Moneyball system. Brighton system was in place for 7 seasons before they spent 1 season in the Premier League. Let me be real. Let me be 100% real, right? Brighton system was in place 7 seasons before they got to the Premier League. So that system they had in place that he was working, it was fine-tuned, and yes, it was working. But let me be real.
Is Zerbi a good coach or no?
The Zerbi is a little bit better. In my opinion, he's a better coach than Potter. Yeah. I don't think the Zerbi is amazing. The Zerbi packing losses to AK Athens.
So how much of the Zerbi's right now success right now is based on the Zerbi's tactics or based on the structure? And that's what I want to.
Well, if you notice, the Zerbi's Brighton sold the best players last season. They sold the midfield. They sold 1 or 2 defenders. So basically, the Zerbi got Brighton in a rebuild, basically, right? You get them with the standard midfield sold and 1 or 2 other players sold. So you could say De Zerbi doing a real good job. When he took over from a Brighton team that was in fine form. And yes, his tactics probably improved them. They took them up another level, in my honest opinion, because when Potter was controlling Brighton, there was a slightly different team that wasn't as clinical as when De Zerbi took over. So clearly De Zerbi improved the attacking prowess You know what I mean? But I wouldn't say that De Zerbi I wouldn't say he's a better coach than Ten Hag. No, I would say that he and the system at Brighton match each other very well. Just like I would say Ange Postecoglou and the players that he received at Tottenham when he went there matched him very well. You know, in the sense that if as a coach, you could go into a team and you could get 7 to 10 players in that squad, in the starting 11, playing your way, then obviously you're going to be ahead of the curve. But if you don't have that and you have like 4 or 5, you're against the grain, because you know you have 5 other players who not really familiar, so they go and always return to a mean. Because you have to remember, football players is a repetition thing. And if you're accustomed doing something for 2 or 3 seasons, you'll continue. It's just natural. You know what I mean? So when you look at Manchester United, you're seeing it have some players that play in the Ten Hag way, and it has some players who, when they go and get tough, they regress to what they know.
Yeah.
And that is purely because it takes time to kick bad habits longer than it takes to get rid of good habits. You know what I mean?
Sound like a bunch of excuses for Ten Hag.
I'm not even making excuses for Ten Hag, bro, because at the end of the day, I will crush it on him any day.
Because you're talking like Graham Potter implemented a style of play in
he did not.
Brighton.
He didn't implement that style of play in Chelsea, though.
It didn't work in Chelsea. So you're using Chelsea to describe his whole career.
You have to use Chelsea because Chelsea's on the level of United. Brighton is not.
Is that the whole point?
The expectations at Brighton is not the expectations at United. The pressure at Brighton is not the pressure at United. If Brighton lose to anybody in the Premier League, it's normal. It's normal. If United lose, it's a different story.
One person at a time.
So we use his career to judge his career at Ajax. That means what he did in Ajax is pure shit now. Because of what
eriktenhag.
He didn't win the league. No. He didn't win the league, but he won the league at Ajax. Because that means that Ajax is a structure and it's because
Ten Hag won the league how many years with Ajax, bro? How many years?
It doesn't matter what he did at Ajax because you're using.
You could Ten Hag.
Where's Ajax right now? Where's Ajax in the league right now?
What is the Dutch league? Come on,
where's Ajax in the Dutch league right now? Ajax is 17th in the Dutch league. 17th.
Oh,
right? They went through 4 coaches after Ten Hag. So if those spell to you that he was part of the reason Ajax was successful, then I don't know what statistics you're looking at.
You
could say Graham Potter implement a system at Brighton. But Brighton, in order for Brighton to become better, it takes De Zerbi. So therefore, Graham Potter's system is a beginning entry system, bro. It will get him to Premier League level. It will not get him to a winning the Premier League level, bro.
So ETH's system is a beginner. It's left for somebody to take over because ETH is a straight manager.
Bro,
he's just a beginner.
ETH is a good manager. He's done it. He's done it more and has more experience than anything you could talk about for Graham Potter. He's a better manager than Poch as well, because he's won more than Poch.
In that same point, I'm not trying the Champions League. Please, let's not do this.
Poch do what?
Big shout out to you, GB.
Poch knocked ETH out of the Champions League.
With what team?
He used first to knock him out of the Champions League.
What is your prediction?
He was using his strongest Ajax team. He was using his strongest Ajax team and he got knocked out of the Champions League.
Small thing.
The team
Ten Hag still win more than Poch. Let me tell you something, right, bro? The only thing that make Poch CV amazing, right, is his trophies in PSG, bro. Right? And he win how many there? 2 or 3 back to back. But as I give on with PSG squad, bro, you could coach PSG squad and win trophies in France. Papi could do it. Right?
What that's supposed PSG could
bro,
win.
Being honest, PSG is the best team in France for the last decade, bro. They're the best squad, the most expensive squad, the best players. Bro, it's a basic thing for PSG to win the France League.
They could win the Champions League.
There's nothing new to that. When PSG win the Liga, it's like, okay, PSG again. It's not like if, wow, that was an amazing feat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When a team win the Premier League is amazing because of the competition in the Premier League. Same thing in Spain, same thing in Serie A. in Ligue 1 is really only PSG, bro. For the last 20 years, is really only PSG. All the other clubs broke compared to PSG. You know what I mean? So you had to understand, like, in all honesty, you could make the arguments that Eriktenhag making bad decisions this season and they disagree with it. Facts. We could agree there. But if you go on last season performance when every single United fan know the team was not good enough, every single pundit predict us finishing in ninth. And we didn't finish fourth, you know. We finished third. And let me just say, if we had get proper players in January instead of Wout Weghorst, we might have finished in second above Arsenal. Or you never know. Because if we had a proper goal scorer or a proper player to come in and provide goals in the squad when we needed them for the last couple of games of the season, we'd have a higher finish. So, you know, it's one thing to criticize our manager when he changed system and he doing things according to a way you think you disagree with. But if he was doing it according to the way you agreed with him, you would probably not be having the same issues you're having now. Arteta was out. People was Arteta out up to last year around this time, bro. Arteta out. Last year around this time, people was Arteta out. I want you to understand that. There was Klopp out in the 4th season for 6 months, and then he win the Premier League. Understand what I'm saying to you? So we could sit here and say, you know, Ten Hag is probably not the right manager, which might be true, which might not be true. We don't know. But we could sit here and say, listen, we never went with a manager more than 2 seasons in the last 10 years, and it has gotten us to this point. If this manager go for a 3rd season, what will it bring us? Something new.
With proper backing, I think it'll actually be a very, very good rebuild. Like he can, if he's allowed to flush out some of the. We need to, as much as I don't like how Chelsea was too quick with that revolution, but we need that kind of Chelsea clear out where
100%.
All the players like go, the ones that have been here a long time go, and it's
more
just
than 3 years. Time to go. Know? Any player in the club more than 3 or 4 seasons, get them out.
Football can we come into this one? We can't actually say that because it wasn't our fault. When we got the sanction, we had no choice to get rid of all these players because we couldn't sign them. Like Antony Rudiger, we couldn't sell our football shirts, we couldn't sell tickets. They sacked a lot of stuff at our club. And the top bowling, Boris John, the government and Todd Bowley, they both sacked all the staff at Chelsea. And Antony Rudiger, we could have signed him straight away and he could have stayed with us, but then because we couldn't sign him, he went to Real Madrid.
Yeah.
And after that, we sold a lot of deadwood after that and rebuilt. But my opportunity, a few players should have stayed, like Mason Mount should have stayed, so we could build around him. But in a way, the successful thing we've done now, like we're on a rebuild and it's just like Pochettino's like crying out for like experienced players, and in January he wants a few players gone out of the club to bring his own players in. And once he gets his own players in, we ain't gonna be in the muddle of the stick, because like at least we're gonna get like a proper attacker. We need a left back.
You'll play proper football, bro. Your team missing experience.
Yeah.
Your team missing experience.
This what I'm saying, Mark, because Pochettino hasn't really been with us so long. This is his 1st season, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he hasn't he ain't never bring his own players in. Once he gets the experienced players, what he wants in like the Victor Osman and an attack and a right winger. Because he's looking at a right winger now, it looks really incredible for Napoli, right? That Italian kid who plays on the right wing for Victor Osman.
Politano.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we reckon we're getting them both in January. Him in January. Then they're looking at Theo Hernandez from AC Milan for a swap for Cucurella and that.
Yeah.
Conor Gallagher's getting sold. Yeah.
Oh, that might be a mistake.
That's a good situation, bro.
Not my
Yeah,
City
captain,
should
Conor
get
Gallagher.
Chelsea.
I'll tell you. I say it's a big mistake. Pochettino wants to
Before
keep him.
Chelsea, before you tell us why, I want to remind GB and Khan and anybody that's tuned in, give me your predictions for the Aston Villa Sheffield game, and also don't forget to give the predictions for the rest of the other fixtures. Villa and
Smash the
Sheffield are
like button
playing
and all. Smash the
tomorrow
like button.
before the happy hour, so make sure you give your predictions now or like a little later in a comment in the video. Chelsea, then go ahead.
Yeah, and also smash the like button and subscribe to my brother, man. Come up Christmas.
Big up to Reber as well in the building. What's your predictions, Reber?
Why would Poch sell the great Gallagher? I don't get it. Okay.
No,
That don't make no sense.
listen. Pochettino don't want Conor Gallagher gone, right? It's this fraud of our owners want to sell all our Coburn.
Okay. Yeah.
They want to sell our Coburn players, and they want to bring in like young American and thing. And it's not that, right? But all our fans are saying you sell Conor Gallagher, there's going to be a PR test. Next year, it's going to be a PR test. If Conor Gallagher gets sold in January, right, PR test is coming through because these Coburn boys have like been coming into our academy for so long and been a great, intentional, good players. Look at Mason Mount, look at Tomori, look at like Reece James, look at like Rubens Loftus-Cheek, Christian Pulisic. All these players since like Coburn, they've been coming great successful. They come out. Look at Dominic Solanke now. He's a Chelsea Coburn boy. We got rid of him, and look what he's doing at Bournemouth when he was at Liverpool, and now he's starting to score goals. He's on fire. I like Billy Gilmore. All theyese players, they're making big mistakes. So once they've got rid of it, like now they're bringing like players in that ain't like got a thing, and then there'll be potential to be good in fear. It's the most thing. No, look at the Osise for Crystal Palace. Aussie.
Olise.
Ex-Chelsea Coburn boy at Crystal Palace. Look what he's doing well. We wanted to get him in the summer, but Palace wanted him to stay for a season. Yeah. So if he was came to us, he'd probably balled out with us on that wing. So they look like Pochettino. He told Todd Bowley and their bodies now straight. Enough is enough with this squad. We need proper football players in experience to help these kids in. And Todd Bowley and their bodies listen to Pochettino. So whoever we get in January, right, we have to. We've got money to buy players still, but we're also going to sell players. Like Ian Matson's gone. I don't know why Ian Matson's gone because when Pochettino actually played Manchesterunited, he was back at he played at left back, Manchesterunited, and he looked incredible at left back. We didn't know he could play left back, and he was outstanding against Newcastle at left back. Yeah, he could play left back and right back. So, but once we get like hopefully Theo Hernandez and all that Inter Milan left back here, they're the most two. But apparently Pochettino wants Theo Hernandez. He's got more favourite, and they're going to be talks with Theo Hernandez in January to come to Chelsea. And Theo Hernandez has came out in a statement to AC Milan. He wants to leave to come to Chelsea. So hopefully we can. That's a good signing there. Once we sell Cucurella, because Cucurella's going. But this rebuild, we weren't actually going to get a rebuild. If Roma and families never got sanctioned on it in that day from the government, we wouldn't have had this problem. We would still had Roman. But this what like Compost Smurf said, you ain't got Roman area. Fair enough, we ain't got Roman area. And we got Ed Barley and Todd Barley.
Roman's revenge.
Yeah, no, but the thing is that it's like the thing is though, yeah. We could see players like we've been unbeaten by big teams like this season, dominating, and we're doing something like things that like. But we've had a lot of injuries, and a lot of injuries doesn't help. So once all these injury prones, what we're doing, trying to get rid of now, like Cucurella, Ian Matson's, yeah. Conor Gallagher is going to be a stupid thing, but they're looking to get Polino in for Fulham, and Pochettino wants that Polino because he's a captain. He's a captain, and we ain't actually got a team leadership in that team. Because Pochettino's now come out, he don't want Reece James as captain because he ain't a proper leader and he don't get all the games because he's always injured.
But you want to know something, Chelsea Dan?
What's up, Mark?
I think You go sell Enzo to United in the summer.
Oh my God!
Because if you buy Paulinho,
You see?
you have no
What type
room
of
for
drink
Enzo
is
in the
this?
squad. You know that, right?
What you mean? What you mean?
Can I say one thing to you there, Mark?
Mm-hmm.
You're delusional if you think we're selling Enzo Fernandez.
Yeah.
Because that's why we're getting rid of Conor Gallagher. Polina is probably better than Conor
Watch
Gallagher.
this. Watch this face us.
Enzo
This is just
Fernandez
for my.
signed in
That's
7
all,
years,
right,
and
bro.
you can't, and you ain't got the money to afford Enzo.
Right?
You haven't got
Poch is
the
a
money to
weird
afford
fella. That's
Enzo,
no hear
bro.
him out. Hear him out, Chelsea.
Listen, you
Don't
ain't
be
got
mad.
the money. You haven't got no money to
Boy,
afford
Chelsea
big players
Dan,
like that
Chelsea
now,
Dan,
man.
don't get mad now, bro.
You're in a
Just listen,
fancy
hear him out
dream
now,
world,
bro.
bro. You ain't
Hear
got
him
the
out
money
now.
to afford that. Once you get Graham Potter, when you ain't got afford to buy Enzo Fernandez, like you ain't got, you can't afford. You're like, who are you gonna sell in your club? You're in so much debt, bro. You're in a 500 million debt. You can't afford that.
Listen to me, bro.
Enzo.
Listen to me. Hear him out now. You didn't hear him out. You just get mad. Just from my perspective of watching Poch midfields,
Rather,
bro.
Chelsea won't lose 10-0, man. We got Nkunku back now. What you delusional, man?
Bro, forget Rebena for now, bro. Right? Study this, right? If you look at Poch midfield at PSG, Poch midfield at when he was at Spurs, right? And you don't really see a Enzo type player in that midfield. You don't really see a Enzo type player in that midfield.
Judge manager by the pass.
Ooh.
Yeah. But
I'm just saying, Poch's style of football is looking too different from when he was at Tottenham Hotspurs when he now came in. I just saying, that's just my honest opinion.
He makes players really good players. Ten Hag can't do it.
I'm not saying no. I just saying.
Ten Hag couldn't do that. He made Alvarez good. He made Ranieri
I'm not discrediting your coach or your team.
He made Harry Kane world class.
I just saying his style of midfielder is slightly different to what Enzo does offer.
Midfielders, yeah. What is Polina? A number 6, a DM6, yeah. He's a defensive DM, right?
Who playing in the 10? Not Nkunku.
Enzo's not. He's not a DM. He's not a defensive.
Who going play in the 10? Not Nkunku.
No, Conor Gallagher.
No, Conor Gallagher for sale.
That's why get rid of Conor Gallagher, get Paulina in.
Right, so who in the 10? Nkunku?
No, Cole Palmer.
Cole Palmer in the 10, right? So who playing in your 8? Yeah. Not Lavia or Caicedo?
Enzo Fernandez.
He gonna be Caicedo or Lavia, bro. Watch that space also. Don't be mad at me. I just giving you an observation that I see, and I just saying that if you don't, if it's up to you, bro. I just saying from watching Poch, coach at Southampton and coach at Tottenham, his midfielder balance is different.
But Mark, I agree what you said. But if you Enzo for me is probably not doing the great thing because he hasn't got a proper. Because he's
his system don't fit Enzo.
Yeah, the system
don't fit.
Like we'll try to say to his Mark, yeah. Pochettino wants to play the 4-3-3, and we've been playing the 4-3-3.
I don't fit Enzo.
And it's just we've had injuries. We had no choice to play the 4-2-3-1. So once the 4-3-3's back and all the players are back from the injury, he's going to go back to a 4-3-3. Where Enzo Fernandez, knowing he looks really good in that midfield for Argentina, where he plays for Argentina, yeah. Mm-hmm. That's where Pochettino
Argentina is playing a 4-2-3-1. By the way, he bets, Argentina is play a 4-2-3-1.
Yeah, they're playing a 4-3-2-1. Yeah.
So,
and he plays
therefore, right now you're playing the formation that Enzo.
That is
playing the formation where Enzo's playing does not work in a 4-2-3-1.
Well, then he understand what I'm saying to you. Like, anyway, let me move on.
So
do I watch along?
I have no idea.
Bring in Potter. Tired of this ETH nonsense. Polish manager want to play 3-1-6. You don't know how to coach a 3-1-6.
Bro, we play a 3-1-6 on Saturday on Sunday against Liverpool. A single pivot was what we play against Liverpool. If you don't know, first of all, you don't know. You like to talk a set of rubbish. Sometimes.
Okay, you know what? No, I'm making a video to prove that we didn't play 3-1-6 versus Liverpool.
Okay, go and make the video. But here we're going on. It was a single pivot.
Yeah, against Liverpool was a single pivot. Nah,
Yes.
don't lie to me like that. Why are you lying
I'm
to
not
me?
lying to you. Watch the game again, and you'll see that Kobe Menu was playing that 8 role, dropping back deep and moving forward in the play, and switching with Amrabat, who was doing the same thing.
I think Steve
gonna lie. Wait, hold up, Dan. He's just gonna lie to everybody and say that we played 3-1-6 versus Liverpool, knowing damn well we did not play 3-1-6.
Bro, you saying we play a double pivot? I saying it looked like a double pivot, but it was a single pivot. Right?
It looked like a double pivot, but it was a single pivot.
It looked like it because Kobe Manu was doing the job where the 8 was supposed to do. Go forward, come back and cover. Right? Scott McTominay don't have the football and intelligence to do that same thing. So he just tells Scott to do one thing because he could only do one thing. It's simple maths, bro. It's not rocket science here. But okay.
You didn't watch the game.
Okay.
You didn't watch the game. It was a double pivot. It was a double pivot of Amrabat and Mino, and McTominay was in front of them. That's why you could see that McTominay was passing the ball back every single time the ball came to him, whether it was the 10 row, whether it was the back row.
Where Amrabat was in the second half. Ahead of Kobe Minu, playing through the midfield, moving up and backwards, right?
No.
Where was Kobe Minu in the first half? Moving ahead of Amrabat, dropping back deep, going back forward and playing passes.
You're wrong. Amrabat was on the left side of the pivot, and Mino was on the right side of the pivot.
Right, and there was just alternating, bro. There was just one player was holding the defense, the defense in the first line with major protection. The next one was doing the role in midfield, providing the link up between them and Scott.
On defense, it was a double pivot. On attack, it was also a double pivot. Like Mino went to the halfway line and came right back. He did not go past that halfway line. Same thing with Amrabat.
Bro, he was ahead. He was always one of them was always ahead. It was never the two of them standing up level with each other.
It doesn't matter. That game has happened already.
Football power. Let me ask you.
No. I was just gonna say that ETH is a ship manager cannot use the 3-1-6 properly like a proper manager like Girona.
If you're saying Ten Hag don't play the player style of these players, yeah, and if he gets sacked, then who's your kind of manager that you would want to bring in?
So far there's two managers I like right now. The manager in Girona, Graham Potter or Julian Stefan from Rams.
You would want Graham Potter in and all?
Yes, I would take Graham Potter. Potter.
Bro, he
played the same. Listen, the possession he played is similar to Ten Hag in a way, but not exactly the same. It's not the same. It's similar.
See, with Graham Potter, it's not good at a big club, and if he comes to Man United, he'll ruin the club.
Listen, he's coming as an interim. He's not going. We're not going to give him contract.
As an interim.
Bro.
They're talking about signing.
I'd rather have Oli as the interim.
It will have a 3-year season with Man United.
You see the guy at Girona. He now talk some sense for the first time for the night. Is when he talk about the guy from Girona, because the guy from Girona is play a similar style. But for some reason, he got his team to work, bro. He don't have the best
know why?
team.
No. Do you know why?
Listen to me.
I watched the game. Go on, tell.
Bro, the other thing about the Girona team that Girona have is that that's that team together for like the last 3 to 4 seasons, bro. Another thing. So they have in my opinion, bro, you can't really compare it in the same sense because in Spain, it's all about the passion of football. They don't care who playing for the national team or what in the squad. It's all about winning and pride. And in this Manchester United squad, they don't have that same level of pride, bro. It's some players who have pride to win the game, and it's some players who have feelings when they feel good, they just play good. Right? If you want to make excuses, the same Girona manager will end up having to deal with those same players who just feel to play someday and don't feel to play the other day. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people, I'm pretty sure you was one of them who big up Luke Shaw for the performance against Liverpool when he was atrocious. I thought he was trying to sell the game, the entire game, watching him play. You know what I mean? Bro, yeah. I saw real. I want Luke Shaw to be one of the 4 players we sell in January. To be fair, bro, that's how disappointed I was in Luke Shaw watching that performance against Liverpool. You know, bro, I believe 100% that he was a rubbish player, and Jose Mourinho brain is what make him the player that we want to see today. Because under Jose Mourinho, he get the name Roberto Carlos. So, like, certain players need to go, bro. It's time.
No, because what I watched in Girona was totally different. You said all this pride. Nah, it's all straight tactics.
Watch Girona team, bro. Girona team have never said that attitude, bro.
It's about tactics. Because it's a 3-1-6 that's
not just
fluid.
about tactics, bro. Players had to listen to your tactics. Players had to believe in it. They don't want to work hard.
So the manager's putting players that into the tactics on, and my manager cannot put players that into the tactics. Okay, well done. In Girona, their style is totally different. Totally different. It's 3-1-6 that if you sit back, they're scoring. You cannot park the box against them.
Jeez.
Anyway, I'm not going to argue too much with you, Momo.
Yeah.
What I say to you is at the end of the day, any manager that come to this club have to deal with 7 to 8 players who does play like when they feel good, as opposed to the fact that they're being paid large sums of money and they have a fan base that support them 100% every match.
The manager has to be brave, and the manager has to be brave and play players that want to play for him, and not play players based on.
You talking in a perfect world.
That's why all these managers are put on weak.
Hold on. Yeah, I mean, you guys, you've made your points about that. What I want to add to the conversation is the fact that, for me, as much as I say, Potter is not as worse as people think, I don't think he's ready for Man United is not in a good place. It'll be the same repeat of what happened. Structurally, Man United is not good. Recruitment wise, we're not good. So it's like Potter will just be setting himself up for failure, and we will be setting ourselves up for failure having him right
100%.
now. But facts. The other thing is, like, later on he actually might get a chance to redeem himself, and prove it again at a different club. Until that time, we will be there. Until that time, it's #Potter out. Luan has a question.
Loyalty. What you mean? What you mean loyalty? I have listened to my Luan, right? The only loyalty to I have is to Manchester United and to players who I could see on a match day every week or every other week, given they're all laying it all on the line for the club. And as a fan, I just being honest here, right? I sat in the stadium for 21-22 season. And I swear to you, if I was in Trinidad, if I was in the Caribbean years ago, when they used to allow bottles into the stadium and thing, I might have get myself in trouble watching some of these players play, because they don't when they see a player walking around on the field, Luan, is the most disappointing thing for me, because people would kill for their position to be there just to run around on that field in that kit in front of 72,000 fans, right? Who cheering for you every day, in the wind, in the rain, in the storm, in the cold, in the snow, in the hail, bro, right?
Yeah.
And these players any player that do come out and give 110%. I don't care if you don't like the manager, I don't care if they don't like the manager. You wanna know why? Because when they clock the bank account at the end of the month, that salary there early, on time. You know what I mean? And the fans cheering you, wearing your names on the back of the kits when they walk into the stadium every game. Bro, that is what you're playing for. And if you don't play well, you don't even have loyalty to your own self as a human being, because you have no sense of direction.
Goal for Danny Welbeck. He scored a header.
Again, it's on Palace 2-0.
No, Brighton 1, Palace 1.
Let's go. One more goal. Right for the winner.
One more goal, Palace.
I don't get how Essie had a chance to make it 2-0, but what a block from Brighton. Yeah, there's a good banging header, 82-minute header. What a goal from Danny Welbeck.
Okay. 1-1. Guys, good news. Christian Eriksen is back, says Imran Khan. This is great.
That's only for 45 minutes.
All this excuse for Manchester United. They ain't
know
nothing,
what?
but they're going to give them excuse.
Eriksen, in my honest opinion, when we got Eriksen, he was only ever going to be a substitute, to be fair. Because Eriksen can't play 45 minutes, more than 45 minutes, LC's drop-off is huge. He can't play more than one game a week. The drop-off is huge. Ahmad, I'm looking forward to see what he could do. But I'm not expecting the world from Ahmad. Because watching Ahmad in preseason, in my honest opinion, I think he might flop. Because he was doing too much shit in preseason that was wasting time.
I know this is
he
your
was
honest
overplaying
opinion,
the game. Well, yeah, this is a footballer you're looking at here. This way called left foot, right foot talent. No matter where you spin him, he's elite. You know what I mean? Like, and I mean, I'm not trying to say that I don't want to see what Ahmad could do. I just didn't like his performances 100% in preseason.
No,
I think
I'm not watching Ahmad.
It didn't show maturity. He was doing too much. Like he was trying to do everything himself. It's not a one-man show, bro. It's not that player.
From what I see Ahmad doing Sheffield, he's not worth it.
What
Bro,
are you
this
saying,
fella
Chelsea?
here is the greatest player that ever come out of our academy since the class of 92.
Greenwood come back to Man United because what he's doing.
Coming back for sure, bro. He's coming back for sure.
Sir Shiv, Real Madrid and Barcelona want Greenwood. Are you concerned? Would you see him go back to? Would you rather see him go to Barcelona or go to Man United?
Honestly, Papi, I would rather see Greenwood at our football club at the moment, bro. Seriously.
No, not me.
We lack goals.
Yeah, but we know why.
I want him to go to Real Madrid.
He's a United fan, bro.
I am, but not with this manager. This manager will ruin him. Like
this manager planned for Mason Greenwood. You could imagine Mason Greenwood was going to start on the right hand side.
All the thing what he's done, and his missus is crazy to have it.
What was the thing?
Back because she's pregnant. Yeah.
She already had the child and they got married a few weeks ago, bro.
But I don't think
all the Manchester United players, including Cristiano Ronaldo, sent love and support on his Instagram post.
I don't care what any of them think. He's like just sent to Real Madrid. Manchester United is shit. With this shit players here, he's a better left winger than Rashford, and he's a better left winger and a better right winger than everybody.
Rashford getting sold to Barcelona. All they don't know. Barcelona interested in Rashford. Bayern Munich want Rashford. PSG still want Rashford. They're planning to make an offer in January. Time to sell him.
Bayern Munich is 100% not interested. I know Bayern Munich. They're better than that.
Why you think they're not interested? Sané leaving this season.
They'll go get somebody to get Florian Wirtz right there. Like I know
Florian Wirtz no play off the wing. Florian Wirtz is playing midfield.
Who said he's gonna play
Florian
off
Wirtz
the
is
wing?
playing midfield.
He plays midfield, but he calls up on the wing.
No, he doesn't go out on the left wing. He's play off the right.
Come again.
Talk to me. I watch Florian Wirtz every week, bro. I don't know what you're talking about.
He play off the left and right wing. But
no, he does not play off the left wing. He never plays off the left wing. Never.
You see, I can't talk.
Never play off the left wing. Never play off the left wing.
He play off the left. He play off the left wing and right wing.
Never play off the left wing. Florian Wirtz is playing in the midfield, bro. In the midfield.
He played on the left wing with Gramado.
Florian Wirtz is a central midfielder, bro.
And the interchange on the right side with Frimpong. He is.
Guys, a conversation starts with CO. It's like one person talks, the other person talks. If you try to make a point over someone talking, you're actually making your point less strong. So just talk, let somebody talk, and then like we wrap up this. We want to wrap up on the Greenwood topic. Greenwood in or Greenwood out? That's all that we just want to.
Greenwood in.
Why?
Because he's the best player out of our academy since the class of 92. There's no player with the talent, not even in the England squad, barring probably Jude Bellingham, that have the quality that Greenwood have.
Best player.
Imagine, and I would just leave this last statement. If Greenwood was never suspended, Saka would never see a starting position in England team. Never.
Oh my God!
You gotta
never play for England.
100%.
I'm not always career to Greenwood.
The only thing I don't know if Southgate will jive with I don't know.
Greenwood already changing allegiance to Jamaica, so forget that. He's not playing for England anymore.
Okay. We will be there when Jamaica is in the
Greenwood
World
was
Cup.
going to
Greenwood
back a
is
hat trick
great.
against England in the World Cup, fellas. Just be here for that. I will be there. When he bagged that hat trick, I will be there, bro, and I'll be there.
Okay.
Is he one time I will wear a Jamaican football jersey, bro? I swear.
All right. What's his name? Omo, you said you're Greenwood out. You rather see him go to Real Madrid.
Let me say my reason why. There's
Why?
a reason for everything. Context is key. The manager is shit. He's gonna ruin him. Like I know he's gonna ruin Mino. He's going to ruin Mino. Like Mino is a talent.
Why
Mino
would
is
he
a talent.
Do you know that the manager is who?
Okay.
Anyway, let me do argue with you, yes, because you know more. You just watch the U team every week.
Guys, let Mark. You've talked. Omo did not speak over you. This is like the
100%. I was going to say that. Let him land.
My thing is this manager will ruin Greenwood. Like I believe he'll ruin Mino. Let me just see what he's gonna do with Mino this year. If he ruins him, get this man out as soon as you can. Get this man because the formation he's trying to do with the players he has available. I don't know what he's trying. I don't know what he's clueless. He is clueless at the job. The one good game he had was versus Liverpool, and that's about it.
Sorry for fighting. Barkley made it 2-1, yeah. Henderson's come out, punched it, yeah, to Danny Robert, hit the Danny Robert hair, but it just missed open, clear open, goal went wide. So it's 1-1 still. 1-1.
Oh, I thought
Okay. Thank you for that update, Dan. Before we come to Dan, actually, so Shiv, you said you're Greenwood in, right? And you said what did you? You didn't say your why though. You just said Greenwood in.
Yeah, I just say Greenwood in. I think it's just because the fact that like all I just have to say is basically in life you always have second chance. So I believe he has a lot of he has a lot of things that really is going to come in his way. He's really going to achieve a lot of things. He's around 21 years old, 22 years old around. Yeah, so bro, before even he's going to reach his prime age, which is around 25, 26 years old. Bro, in terms of football, this guy is going to be some beast. If he comes back to United, he's going to be different.
Yeah, you saw how he's involved in all the goals that when they were playing Atletico Madrid.
Yeah, the transfer. You saw the freedom he had. You saw the freedom he had. Would he get that freedom in this squad? Because nobody got freedom except for Rashford last year. You see, these are key things. For example, set pieces. He's a designated corner kick taker. Bruno would come in here and take rank you can't take free kick. What is this? You can't take corner kick. You gotta kick it short. No.
Okay.
Listen, bro, you're saying that's disingenuous things, bro. Because when he was at the club, he used to take the corners, not Bruno, and Bruno was there. So stop talking like if he and Bruno wasn't in the same team, bro.
They alternate.
No, bro. Greenwood took the corners off the right hand and the left. Bruno took most of the corners. Not Bruno now start taking corners last season, right? So when you say those things, I start to understand. I know your agenda against the manager. That's cool, but let's be real about one thing, right? If you don't know, the club was going to sell Menu before this manager came. It's this manager that found Menu and move him up and tell him, listen, I want you to be part of the squad next season. If it wasn't for this manager, you would not have seen Mason. You would not have seen Kobe Mainu, bro. Just so you know. And when Kobe Mainu say it, and you will understand why I say it too. Sometimes, bro, you have to understand. You might like a manager or understand what a manager doing, but that doesn't mean the manager clueless. You just don't understand what he does. And that is normal. You know why? Because we don't see 100% of what happens in a football club. We just hear news, not even the 100% the truth. We hear stories and rumors in bits and parts.
I don't listen to none of that. I don't listen to Sky Sport. I don't listen to the news, the newspaper, none of that. I don't listen to none of that. All I look about what happened on 90 minutes, and I'm judging off 90 minutes. I don't care about what happened.
And let me ask you a question, right? If you ever play a sport, you know when you go on a football field, your manager could talk from now until next year, till his face blue. Right? If you and the fellas on the team who's lead the team not interested in doing what he want to do, it ain't happening, brother. It didn't happen. And if it's our players on the field who can't do it, because I played football, I played lots of football. You know what I mean? I played sports, bro. And it's our players who have the best kits. You know, they have the latest top boots, the best gear, everything. And they ain't good. Sometimes it has some players who's make the teams because the parents was part of the club or some kind of thing, or have an experience or have some impact or sponsor in the team. You never know, bro. And this is part of football and life. It have to do with everything.
Listen, you might be right.
You can't just blame a manager. The manager is the person who will take responsibility for the
Listen,
actions
you
of
might-
the employees
you
as
might be
well,
right.
which is his
Why
right.
didn't you say that
You're
about
right.
this manager, but not about Graham Potter? But anyway,
No, well, you see, the reason why I
Exactly,
didn't say that about Graham
exactly.
Potter, and I'm going to give you an example why I didn't say it about Graham Potter, right? Because all his players,
I'm just saying
Graham
though.
Potter
I'm just saying
players,
though.
Graham Potter players, he lost that dressing room in the first 6 weeks
I'm
of his
just saying
career.
though. I'm just saying though, huh?
Yeah.
He lost the dressing room in the first 6 weeks of his career, bro.
Real quick. Chelsea, then are you taking Greenwood and Chelsea? If who plays your right? I don't even know.
No, it
Nothing good like
over
Greenwood.
Madueke. Madueke.
Yeah. So
He nowhere near.
yeah, he's definitely that's why I don't know his name. What are you saying?
I wouldn't want a rapist at my club. Because fair enough, he got not guilty. It got not guilty. Yeah. But on that video, you can clearly hear what he's done to what his missus.
The video was fake, right? I just want to put it out there. The video was pieced together.
You had to say. Yeah.
Let Chelsea then.
But what I'm trying to say is, once a rapist is always a rapist. Because the one thing he's got away from it, yes, he might be young, he might grow out of it. But what he did to his missus was out of order.
He never did anything to her.
No, but Mike, he stood up in court and said to the court, I did something wrong. I was young. I shouldn't have done what I did. I apologise, but I will be a man. He should be a man for what he did and move on from there. But I'm not saying Mason Greenwood is not a good quality football player. He can show his ability to be a world-class player. But what happens if he does this again? And a lot of things in life, like I agree. What's his name said? They should have a second chance. But if he's got away from the first time, what happens? You never know. He might do it again. This is what I'm saying. But the thing is,
I understand what you're saying, bro.
I would not take him at Chelsea. Hell no.
But he never actually did anything like that, bro. I just putting it out there that the Manchester United team, not only the senior team, but all the teams from top to bottom, including the women's team and their parents, the young teams and their parents, who played a video, which was more than 30 minutes in length, right? From which that 13-second clip was chopped up and pieced together from, including the audio, which was not a full audio statement.
I have a question
Yeah,
for you.
but a lot of
all I'm saying to you is, bro, that this is the facts of the matter is
full time.
that it was edited, and when you edit something to make it look one way, you could edit it to make it look another way. When they play the raw footage and information to all the staff and everybody at the club, bro, I just say there was like.
Okay.
Papi, I have a question for you.
You want to alone get it right?
Go ahead. Shoot the question, Omo.
Papi, did you watch the Grids then Nick Ball this week?
No.
Montana Prime.
Okay, no problem.
But
No, because I'm gonna tell right now.
As a Man United fan, I know like half your fan base hates TikTok for Mason Greenwood, right? And fair enough, what he's doing in the Spanish league, whether he's on loan, where he is doing good business. But I know his business. Why she's sudden forgive him? Is it because she's pregnant, or she's scared of him? It's got to be a reason.
Bro, they already had a child, you know that, right?
Wait. Papi, let me tell you what happened.
Right, let me finish what I'm saying. I know he's probably had a child, but then why is it? Yeah, all this stuff was coming out with the voice messages what she put on the thing, and
It's
for
not
what
her post the voice message, bro.
and then he went to
Anyway, let me
and one
forget
day
that.
he went
Forget
to
that.
he went to
Move on.
Tesco's with him in that woman, and this Man United supporter saying what you're doing with the rapist, and he was upset. Yes, he's young, and he's probably think to himself now, oh shit, what did I do? Yes, and then he might not do it again.
But you never did anything, bro. So stop saying it like
how
that,
would
bro.
you
You
not?
keep
But Mark,
spouting wrong
there was,
information to
bro,
people
there
out there
was
like if
no,
you're
but there
talking the
was
truth, bro.
Mark.
He never
that's
raped the girl.
Yes, he did because he put
What he was
video
accused
out
of
there.
was saying
Mark,
something,
there was a video of him doing
verbally,
it to
bro.
her.
That's what he was accused
It
of,
was
not
proof of what
physically.
he was doing to her.
On Poppy,
He was
like I was
beating
gonna
her
tell
up.
you before this girl situation got out of hand, he played phenomenal. Zidane Iqbal played phenomenal. Although they lost 2-1 to Feyenoord, Santiago Jimenez team.
Yeah, but
He played the left. He played that
what I'm trying
left
to say
side
is
of the
there
double
was a
pivot.
video up there. There was a
Interception,
proper video.
tackle, passing, long passing, in position. Like this man was amazing. Like I just want to see more of him. Hope he will come back to United on a buyback clause.
Yeah, no, Greenwood. I'm not saying
Angel
Greenwood's
Gomez.
not a good player. I'm saying
Angel Gomez, amazing for Lille, like key player. Like there are certain players out there that we should be going for, but we'll be okay.
Angel
Mediocre
Gomez
for our
was
team.
at United.
Yeah,
So,
but Mark,
you'd
what
want Gomez back?
Oh, yeah, I want Gomez back right now. Or no, actually next year I will take Gomez next year.
Okay.
Not right now. I'll take Gomez
But
next year.
is
But
not doing the same thing
he's
you're doing.
balling.
Wow.
The same thing he's doing. Are you sure about that? Oh, another winger. Like if like I want Greenwood back, but they're not gonna sell Rashid. Don't waste my time here. Another winger. They would a winger from Lille, Zagrova, proper baller.
Bro, Savio at Girona is better.
I want to circle Yala's comment, guys. Says, I was Greenwood in during the summer and it's not changed. Almost everyone deserves a second chance. He is with the same girl, got a child, and is not the same person he was 3 years ago. Munch.
100%, Marley.
I've said it
100%
before.
Yali, Marley.
100%.
Hey, bots, man, you should have done a watch along, man, for the Palace game.
I know. I should have. You know what's funny? The stream was supposed to be done before kickoff. It was supposed to be a prediction stream. And here we are.
Probably, you know so funny about the Greenwood situation? I've said it before, I will say it again. People want to be Mrs. Greenwood. People want to be Mrs. Greenwood that badly. Who am I to judge? Who am I? I'm just a human. So I'm looking at the situation like, oh, okay, you forgive him. Okay, you forgave him, not me. Not me, but still, you want to come at the club? Cool.
Hey,
but everybody want to be Mrs. Greenwood. Go ahead, Mrs. Greenwood. Take the floor.
After Omo Munch, can you voice your opinion after Omo finishes?
And then we close the show.
Go ahead, Emma.
Yeah.
No, I just want to say, like, people want to be in. They don't want to know her name. They don't want to know her name. They just call her Mrs. Greenwood. They don't know her name. But they want to be in that position so badly to be like, yeah, he cannot do this no more. He shouldn't play football no more. Like, do you want to kill him? Like, do you want to take care of the baby? Like, how, who's going to take care of the baby? It's not me. It's not me. Are you going to take care of the baby? Are you going to pay for her lifestyle that she currently has? She want to travel over the world. Can you pay for that? Can you afford that? Like, get ready to be Mrs. Greenwood. This is up. Get ready to be the Greenwood that you're supposed to be. That you want him to be in your face.
I hear what you're saying, Omo, because like it's one of those things where sometimes people are trying to empathize with her, saying, "Oh, she's, that what is it called? These that
Stockholm
syndrome, exactly, Stockholm syndrome, and it's like at the same time, she's a breadwinner for her family as well as Greenwood, and by not allowing them the opportunity to have a big contract as a family in Man United, then you are also saying less food on the table for them.
You know, so funny. Like during the whole situation, she broke the house arrest to go see him. She got pregnant during this whole situation. During the whole situation. Like what? Like who am I to like? They're like just leave them alone. They're adults. Leave them alone. Let them sort it out between them. This happened probably when they were 20, and now they are 22, 21, or 20, 19. Just leave it. They will sort this out themselves. And who am I to say no? You can't do it this way. That's funny.
Go ahead.
Before we finally wrap this 5-hour stream up.
You were here for the opening, you're here for the closing.
I know I had my dinner as well. That's crazy. I watched the game as well. And it's still there. Hey, Jack. Big up to everyone. And now, first, on this, obviously, this Greenwood situation's is it a situation? I don't know. It depends. It's a kind of like a mixed bag. It's like a 50-50 thing. The fans are split, as we know.
Not 50-50.
For me, I think the reason why he's not going to come back, just hear me out before people on. For me, because they tested the waters before with the statement. They said that what they're doing now, they sent him to Getafe and put him clips out. And what they're doing is they're testing the waters yet again. And I'm still hearing 50-50. And I believe they're going to sell him in the summer. So this discussion is dead for me.
Okay.
I don't think it's 50-50, man. When the international fan base is over 300 million people.
We will not see Mason Greenwood at Manchester United ever again.
Bro, he going wearing number 7 next season.
I believe you because last year they tested what last year. They saw like there was backlash. They got scared and backtracked and said, "Okay, we're not gonna bring him back."
They need a CEO with balls, bro. They need a CEO with balls. If I was the CEO of Manchester United, I would not backtrack.
You'll just give the fans a chance to eat it up.
I agree on manage, right? Because this is what I'm saying, right? Since everything happened 3 years ago with Mason Mount and his bird, there's proof of the video of what he did to her and this, that, and a lot of your fan base were furious at Greenwood, saying that all this stuff to him, all the name to the son, even there was racial abuse to him and all this, saying he's a scum for what he did. And why would he suddenly come back to United for what exactly happened? And there's still half of your fan base.
It's not half the fan base.
Okay. But of course it is. It's half your
it's
fan base.
Less than half, bro. It's 10%. Let me be real. Let's be honest, bro. You want to be honest? It's 10% of the fan base quarreling or less.
I'll go into Twitter Spaces, and we spoke. I've heard a lot of Man United on Twitter Spaces about Greenwood.
We'll talk about this another day.
They're saying we don't want that the rapist kid in.
How many, bro? I just want to remind you that the Man United fan base is over 500 million, right? Just wait. Before you get mad. Just no, bro.
He will not join your club for a lot of abuse.
He already owed to the club, bro. He signed to the club.
So Chelsea,
the abuse,
we'll close it on this. I hear what your point makes me think of is the fact that there is the situation where Greenwood also has to make a decision. He also what about does Greenwood really want to come back to Man United? Like, even if maybe he wants to just restart and just have a fresh new chapter somewhere else. There's that part that we haven't considered as the fan base as well.
The thing is just what I'm trying to say, football power. I think he don't want to join your club, and I think he want to go somewhere and have a fresh start. That's what he wants to see. He's out of the country now. Want to have a fresh start.
We're going to a club of football heritage. We're going to Real Madrid.
Bro, the problem is that the fans betray him. Let me be real. When the fans decided they can't forgive him, like they forgave Cantona and a whole host of other footballers were forgiven for crimes they committed by their own fans. When you raise a player, is that different? So, like, I could understand if you don't want to come back.
It's a difference because the video came out and people put their mind on that video. So that's
but that video was not the actual facts. But anyway,
what's going to happen is, closing statements. I think this loan at Getafe is going so well. I think they're going to sell him to Getafe for a good price, and that's it.
Yeah. Well, the only person who's really going to decide this is probably Sir Jim Ratcliffe once he gets.
No, it's going to be Greenwood that decide this. Master Greenwood, that's his name now.
And but whatever the case, we will be there. We will see what happens as this situation develops. Guys, it's been an interesting conversation. Greenwood in, Greenwood out, Super League in, Super League out. Whatever it is, wherever you are, make sure you Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you
we're going to
subscribe.
Wembley. We're going to Wembley. We're going to
You
Wembley.
ain't qualified for the final yet. What are you doing here?
Get this guy out the stream. Shout out to Mark, shout out to Omo, shout out to Chelsea Den, and also Munch, and everybody that participated, and also the people that won the 1 point already. Dominic, Stephanie, Luann, and Montana already on 1 point on match day 18. Ladies and gentlemen, you can still participate in the game. If you're here right now and you have not given me the rest of your predictions, make sure you comment in the video with them. I'm looking at you, Reber. I don't have all your predictions. I have some, but not all. And yeah, we shall end it on that note. Thank you so much for such a fruitful, inciting, engaging, sometimes annoying conversation, and all the panelists that were here for voicing their opinions and also sharing their time. I appreciate you guys so much, and I appreciate you. We out of here.
Football Power Hour.
Yeah. Oh, I haven't even ended the stream.